Lord, we pray that you take absolute control of the lectures, the discussion from our resource persons. And Lord, we will have a great blessings, a great impact from the lecture in the name of Jesus. Lord, we thank you for all that you have done for us in our state and our nation, Nigeria. We ask that you continue to bless our nation, our state, our local government, and in particular, our family, which is supposed to be a strong foundation for a nation building. This we ask to Jesus Christ, our Lord.
If you know you believe in that prayer, can I hear you make loud? Amen. Amen. I can't hear you say loud. Amen. Amen. Everyone has come to join. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. The Bible says where two or three are gathered, the Lord is here in our midst. So we have come to learn about our health. That's why we are here. And if I understand or still remember properly, health is wealth. Therefore, where I'm coming from, without health, you can't eat money. So it's no one that is alive that knows who money is. And my prayer this morning is that may God not allow us to be fall sick to the point that our money cannot save us. And may God continue to keep us alive. Praise the Lord. And we want to say a very special thank you to Florence Bosa, Tony, Apokene. Am I correct, sir? I want to say a very special thank you to you because it really takes grace to do this. It really takes grace to do this. And just like I was talking to my colleague, I'm not doing this alone. My name is Mrs. Michaels. Mrs. Michaels, Juliet Michaels, Chile Juliet Michaels, that is my name. I'm from the East and I'm an educator, a teacher. But this is the kind of job we do. This is now doing the job. So we join the teacher work we need to do this what we need to support teaching job. So I'm not doing this alone. I'm here to run this event with my sister and friend, Amy from Delta Broadcasting Service. So we are going to do this together. Please, you guys, can you wave to the people? Please, can you come into the podium? Please come up. Please come up. You're not supposed to be standing here alone. So I'm doing the job with her. We're going to be anchoring the event together. We are called directors of programs. We are directing the programs. So this is really for Delta Broadcasting Service. So we are doing this together. Hallelujah. We are going to be doing hallelujah praise the Lord together because I see here, it said, come and discover God's provision for healing. And it says, wellness and healthy living, for He has given us herbs for our health. So we are gathering here because God made it so, right? So we are going to also be recording some honor to God. And we have also started by pronouncing the name of God to show that today's program is a success already. I believe it's a success because there are so many people around you. Just you can see, just look at the back, you see so many people, the chairs are filled already. And I call them for the word like that. They are, and should begin to come forth and occupy their space. So, sir, back to you. Say, thank you for bringing this to Delta. And we're just discussing and we said, if you so maybe share money today now, you see that the hall is filled. If it's to share food, you see that the hall is filled. With anything that has to do with work. Why is it that Asaba will not go? Why? Asaba make some noise. Asaba make some noise. Hey, wait, Asaba make some noise. I can hear that. Please, can you make some noise unto the Lord? At least it's not like it. Okay, sir. Without wasting much of our time, we want to make welcome the convener of this great event. A seminar on food as medicine, health and spices of health. Dr. We are making a mistake. Apokene to please Apokene for the welcome speech. Welcome.
Hello everybody. My name is Tony Apokene, and I have a long story to tell. I decided to initiate this program because I am alive today because of the intervention of herbs. because of lack of time, I'll just move with the testimonies. First of all, I was working in Shell. I very, determined young man, wanted to make my mark. And there was a particular day, I got visitors from The Hague. And I was the academic coordinator of the training school, Shell Intensive Training Program. And so we needed to put a report together for our guys from The Hague. So I took my work home. And I worked, I typed. I was also supposed to go to my study. You know, this talks about economics, where the way you sit is very important and all that. So I was supposed to, submit this report the next day. So instead of using my study, I tried to stay in my bedroom and I just sat on the bed. And there's no backrest on the bed. So I bent over like this with my laptop on my lap and typed from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. continuously. So when I finished, I tried to get up. The pain there was excruciating. I couldn't go beyond this. I tried to walk into the new world, so I forced myself to stand up. And as I did that, I heard boom here, right here. And I felt that my waist would not hold my weight. And so they carried me, of course, carried me wrongly, carried my leg or my hand and dragged me to the car. That aggravated the whole problem. Went to the Shell clinic, they did X-ray, they said, well, that's a bone problem. I should be sleeping on hard surface and all that. But as time went on, even when I'm brushing, after when you brush, I feel terrible pain here. And to cut long story short, after some time, I retired from Shell. I started doing my book business, carrying books all about, very enthusiastic. A container book will come with books, I will offload the container with my staff. I didn't know that all this process, if you know the spinal cord comes to your, there are bones all here that goes down all the way. So at that point, that bone that had, the display has split. And because of that, it was impinging on the spinal cord. After some time, it has reached the middle of the spinal cord where the nerves are. And that was a problem. So I couldn't sit. I could not bend. If I attempt to bend to say what to take it from the freezer, that was a problem. The pain was excruciating. I went to Chicago for a conference. I was coming from one term, it's a big airport, so you walk distances. So at this time, because of the pain, I just collapsed on the floor. They brought me chair straight to Lagos, went to Kobe, the same thing, X-ray didn't see it. Eventually, somebody said, look, go to Yaba Military Hospital. There, they have a lot of concerns, they deal with soldiers, who have issues with bones and all that. So as I got there, I saw the consultant. As I was entering the consultant, the way I held my waist, he said he knew exactly what was happening. I should lie on the bed. So I lied on the bed. He raised my right leg up. I didn't feel any pain. Immediately he raised my left leg up. The pain from the crown of my head, I started screaming. Even people ran from other walls to come and see what was happening. He said, now he has an idea, but he wants to confirm. I should go and do an MRI. Now, MRI was very expensive, and still very expensive, but I managed to raise the money. And the results came. And it clearly shows, I wish I had it here or I put it on the slide. Half of the spinal cord was gone. Half. So that was a problem. So they said, well, they were going to give me, they were going to try and do surgery, but surgery was going to be 50-50 because they're so thin down that anything happens during the surgery process. And the spinal cord cuts, that's it, they're paralyzed for life. So, and there are many other complications that will come with it. So, he said, let us just manage it and all that. So, they were giving me some drugs. I started stooling blood. It was then that Professor Itu and Dr. Kafo came into my life. I've known them anyway, but they said a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So, I just complained. I said, this is what I'm facing. They said, stop taking those drugs. We'll take it through the herbal regimen. If you take time taking those drugs. So I stopped. And me, I have sweet mouth. I used to take like 5 bottles, 6 bottles of Coke every day. So I had to stop all that. So instead of that, they said, look, take natural drinks. You know, so I got a woman who did them for me. Cinnamon, beetroot, zobo, all that. And the sweeteners that we were using were not this white sugar, you see, no. We were using dates, natural. Everything was natural. Then they said, first of all, if the regimen we are going to give you has to enter into your system. So for it to enter into your system, your colon has to be clean. And around this period, my mother had stroke. 5 days she couldn't go to the toilet. And she was saying, look, let me just go back and go to heaven, I'm tired. So, Brother was saying, Tony, you get money to bury your mama. I said, I'm not going to. So, yeah, rush this colon please out. He said, look, can you bring the colon please out? He said, rush this colon please out. For lack of what to do, I rushed it to her. She took it in the morning, took it in the night, and she started going to the toilet. And she significantly improved. Her life improved. About 6 more years before she finally, went to heaven. So I took this colon, all kinds of yama came out from my body. Blood of all kinds. They say yes, because I've not cleaned my colon before. So all those debris, food debris on the wall of the colon were being eaten out and they are passing out. So after that, then I can tell you some of the things I took: bitter leaf water to cleanse my liver. There's a lot of toxins that I've been taking. Alright? Then the doctor said, look, you know what? If there's any fruit in this season that's on, is it amunga, is it cherry, is it mango, is it banana, just eat as much as you can. That these natural things, they will go into your body and fix whatever the problem there is. So, what's the answer? I just followed what we were saying. I had a grace on all this period. And of course, they said, yes, so you can swallow, but eat more of the vegetable stuff. I just shortened the same process because this took 5 years. And after 3 years, I went to take the MRI again. It had grown from, half was gone, 1/4 had grown, by the 5th year it was fully grown. So, me that, see, I'm standing now, I'm 65. Every morning I do 5 kilometers walk before I go to work. 5. Since I'm here, I can walk. I walk from here to Gogologo and come back. I'm not tired. So it's just by the grace of God and by knowledge. Because if you don't have knowledge, your life will finish. So that was my best experience with herbs. I'll tell you 2 more. Second time, 3 years ago, I had 12 kidney stones lodged in my kidney. 12. I couldn't sleep for 4 days. The pain was excruciating. So I went to the Taki hospital. They did the x-ray. You could see the picture. The stones were just shining. So they said they were going to tear me up and operate on me and remove them. So again, what do they call it now? A silent man. It's a problem. You see? They said, I can't remember the terminology I used. A closed mouth is a closed vessel. It was like Bishop Idasa that I heard it from the first time. So since that day, I don't close my mouth. So I called the professor. I said, see what they said. He said, you want to go down the knife? Do you know these people who say corn along the road? I said, yes. He said, just go there, take all those corn they throw on the road. When they are roasting corn. Yeah, those things they put by the side. Yes, I should take this, remove the stick, boil it, and drink. I said, just like that. He said, yes. In fact, the funny thing was that when I was in Abuja then, after Sheraki, there's an awesome message. After I came, an electric boiler. So, electric kettle boiler. So I put them inside, boiled them, and drank the water. That night I slept like a baby. No pain. I did it for 3 more times the following day. No pain. So I decided to go to the hospital. And I went to the hospital. They did an X-ray. There was no single kidney stone. It had disappeared. Do you know the cost of operation? You know what it will cost you and everything. But this one was free, zero. Chaff from the street, collected well and drink. Another time, I traveled a lot. So I was going from Jibowu in Lagos to Utako in Abuja because there was a conference going on and I needed to excuse my books. But the cost of flight was really high and I cannot carry books in the flight. It would really be terrible. So I decided to use Chisco bus, night bus, from Lagos to Abuja. Go to Abuja, no sleep. I just, carried my kayak, went straight to the place, did my exhibition. Just the medical team who had a booth there, and what they were doing was they were taking people's pressure, vital signs and all that. So I went, and they took my pressure from 159 over, I can't remember, but the higher one was 159. So they raised an alarm that it was too much. So they gave me a note to go to their hospital to do some check-up. They gave me some drugs so that I could calm down. But I was doing that exhibition, I couldn't go until the exhibition ended after 3 days. By the time I got to the hospital, the pressure has been to 270. And they now recommended so many drugs for me to buy. So I told Professor, do it again. I said, Bros, see you. He said, where are you? I said, I'm in Utako. He said, okay, in Utako, there is cinnamon, those things. He said, I should soak it, put honey, pure honey, and drink. I said, just like that. I said, just like that. Okay, I did that. By the following morning, the pressure had dropped to 170. And I continued like that. My pressure had not gone beyond 135 since that time. It's 3 years now. And I can give you all of testimony. So many people have died because of one complication or the other. God has given us helps all over the place. Some of them, we just give them, we don't know the benefits. They are all over the place. So I decided, I said, no, this thing must not end with me. Let us begin to sensitize people. That is the reason, that is my motivation for this program. And it is not easy, it costs a lot of money. But if I say people should come and pay, nobody will come. So we say we should make this sacrifice and let my people. We've been running this program in Abuja since 2021 or so. We've been running in government. Let them come and talk to their people, so that, because if a healthy people is a wealthy people. You understand? And it's simple. If your workforce is healthy, productivity will be better. The amount of money spent in taking care of people in the clinics, in the hospital, will be less. I see young people, very young people, 20-something years old, on dialysis. What are they eating? They're eating all kinds of things. They're doing shisha, they're smoking shisha, all kinds of things. They are smoking hemp, they're doing all kinds of things. And they think it's life. They are drinking, over-drinking, taking alcohol, spoiling their system. And their life is cut short. We have better alternatives. And that's why I've decided to bring this program to us. And we hope that it will benefit us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, can you give it up to him? Please make it louder, make it clap louder. Make it louder, please. When I say clap, please can you clap for our doctor? Sir, again, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Very big thank you to you. You really mean that corn, the shaft of corn, is medicine?
They will tell you what, yes.
No, let me ask from you. At least you took it now. Let me start. I'm going to ask me a lot of questions. But let me start from you, sir. You mean that corn, that thing that they used to bring out of corn,
yes,
is medicine? It's amazing. And again, just people cinnamon.
Yes.
Wow. That's great. That's great. God is really good. Is God really good to us? Please, let's give it up to God. Let's give it up to God. Give it up to Him. Let's give it up to God. It's not how you can clap away, Asaba. Please clap for Jesus. Can we clap for Jesus? It's really amazing to know that every plant around us is really medicine. There was a day I didn't just know what happened. I started having a swelling on my finger, this finger here. And it was very painful. And somebody said, do you know you can actually kill you with something around you? I said, what is that? There's this leaf, I don't know, this is rainy season now. There's this leaf around. If you go to where weeds are, There's this leaf that has a purple kind of something around it. I don't know if many of you have seen it. Just as you're walking around your house, just be looking around among weeds, you will see a plant that has purple. It has purple. Purple, yes, that leaf is very amazing. The woman said I should pluck like 5 of it and put it on the fire and place it on my finger. Man, I really looked for it. I didn't see it. I had to go to a very big building where there are so many bushes around. I got there and behold, I uprooted it, got home, and put the whole plant on the fire. You know when something is happening to you, whatever they ask you to do, you do. I put it on the fire and placed it on my finger. Do you know by the next day, I didn't feel that pain again. So I'm giving you an update now. And just last weekend, one of my students came and said she had needle on her. And I went to look for that leaf and gave it to her. And she came back with a testimony. God is really good to us. God is really good to us. He's really a good God. And He kept everything around us, at least to help us stay healthy and, cure us of some ailments. So in going forward with this program, I want to make welcome my sister and my friend to go with the next item on the program. Miss Lilibet from DBS Data Broadcasting Service. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Michaels. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a lie. It's not true.
I don't want to believe either.
It's not true. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you doing this afternoon? You're doing good?
Yeah.
You're sure? Okay, I want to specially welcome you to this event, Food as Medicine, Herbs or Spices for Health, put together by the CEO of Format Books in the person of Dr. Anthony Akokene. It's a wonderful experience, and it's a wonderful thing that we are here. Now, I was going through something. Hippocrates, who is an ancient Greek physician, because when I saw the name or the thing, food as medicine, I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to understand. And then I came across one of his write-up where he said, food is medicine, medicine is food. Food is medicine, medicine is food. Meaning you need food, you need medicine. Both of them cannot work apart from each other, they work together. Now, if you don't eat, imagine what will happen to your system. Can you imagine? Let's say, for example, those persons that were recently released from the bandits then. See how malnourished they are, or they were, because there was no food to feed the body. And then you see someone that goes into fasting for 40 days. When the person comes out, it is something else. And you wouldn't want to dare. Even 3 days. Me, I cannot. I don't go like 3 days dry fasting, I cannot do it. 6 to 6, I cannot do. I'll shift. 6 to 12, that's the one I normally do. Because you now realize, it's fasting, my sister. You now realize that you actually need food. And then you also need medicine. Some people don't take medicine. It's just because of the grace of God. It's not because of your doing. It's not because you're eating right. It's not because you're eating 3 square meal and you're eating balanced diet. It's only the grace. Some of us still eat balanced diet and still take drugs. Now, I've known Anthony for a very, 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 very long time. And this testimony he gave you, he has actually given me that testimony before. And I'm going to hold him by his trouser, because he promised me these herbs, that one that cured him, but he didn't give it to me. So today I will hold him. Yes. So if I were you, I can see some on that table. At the end of this event, don't even wait for anyone to tell you. Just quickly go and grab your own. Go and grab your own. And you cannot find it everywhere. Now, we're so skeptical about taking herbs, yes. Especially medical doctors. They tell you, no, I don't believe in herbs. But truth be told, it was these same herbs that our forefathers used during their time. When did the Igbo medicine come out? When did it come out? What were we using before? And the kind of sickness we have now, we didn't have it then. You see a 12-year-old, you see a 6-year-old, they are down with cancer. I recently heard that a 6-year-old boy was down with cancer. It's like, what did he eat? How come? Where did he come from? These are questions we ask ourselves. That's because this period we are exposed to too many toxic, especially in the air we are exposed. So let's go by this logic. Medicine is food. Food is medicine. You need both of them in your life. So thankfully we are here today. It's actually a today's program. That's just the first day. I don't want anyone to be discouraged. Maybe you look left, right, and say, oh no, let me sit down here. No. Let's just grab whatever we can grab. Those persons that are not here, you don't know what they have missed. Now you've learned, like my colleague said, oh, I didn't know corn peel is the medicine. Corn silk. The silk, yeah, is the medicine. Now she knows. So she's going to
Where to grab it?
to go. You see? I pity those women selling corn along the road.
I don't tell them.
Most of them use it for fire. They use it to set fire. Yes. So now, because you now have the idea, you go and get, and then you use. So this one is free. Do you know he has actually saved us that money you take to FMC and Ash? Yes. He has saved you. Some persons have back pain all the time. You have back pain. You can't walk. You can't get high like horse. You can't jump. You can't even do exercise. But he has given you one expo. So let's grab the expo now and do justice to it. Okay? So right about now, it's time for meet and greet. Some of you are sitting outside. You don't even know who and who. Okay, let me do something now. Ma, what's the lady sitting beside? What's her name? Auntie Cardigan, I was referring to you, not the lady on black. Yes, what's her name?
She may not, but they came together.
Oh, I beg you, she's Jerry. Let me see. Okay, my beautiful auntie, the lady behind you wearing black, what's her name? Behind?
Back, your back.
You don't know her name? Okay. What about the beautiful auntie on your right? What's her name? You don't know her name? Okay. Auntie, what's her name? You don't know her name? What's her name? I'm not hearing you. Miss Sophie. Okay, Miss Sophie, what's her name? Angela. I am neighbor. They can't tell me anything. I am neighbor. Okay, so most of us don't know each and every one of us sitting here. You will have a pilot sitting here, you're not aware. And tomorrow you want to fly, or you want your son to be a pilot. So this is the time to interact. Let's just move around, be flexible. And also sleep because some people, because of the AC. So just, move around. My colleague is already doing something and she's working. So please, still hugs. It's allowed. I'm not saying you move. I will ask you your neighbor's name. And if I ask you your neighbor's name, heaven help me, don't tell me. You will buy one of these colon cleanser for me today. Today, I will go with like 10. 10, because I will ask you questions. I ask questions. So interact, get to know everybody or somebody sitting beside you. Get to know what they do for a living in case. Market yourselves, I sell crayfish, I sell gari. This is the time. You see?
This is my girls.
I know what Mama is doing. Mama is actually interacting. And some of you young kids, you're sitting down. See Mama, she's energetic, she's moving around. Okay, people will buy me for things today. You will buy. If you don't buy, make I know what it costs.
Actually, yes, Manchuno is my name.
Okay. Oh, my colleague go far. She went all the way to Jos. And I'm still in Akure. So how do you feel now? Knowing somebody, you made a new friend. How do you feel? You feel good?
And you just remember my name. I said it here.
Okay, so let's move on. Right now, we're going to take a testimony and also a brief lecture from one person who is over 80 and still looking 22. So, welcome back from that journey. So I can ask questions now. She's 83 years old, author of Aging and Living Gracefully. And she's coming to tell us about longevity. Please put your hands together. You want to get it? Thank you very much. Mommy, you're welcome. You're welcome. Because you enjoy, guys.
Welcome everybody here because of that. I'm delighted to be among you and also to encourage you. Because wellness is a task that must be pursued, must be done. Whether you like it or not, age will now bring you to a place you never wanted to. And so, almost what I have said now is evolving around your lifestyle. What do you eat? How do you eat? When do you eat? And all of that. Actually, like you said, what brought me to I'm a retired teacher by profession. Retired 1993. I don't know how many people were born then. Yeah. So I retired, and then the year 2000, I fell in Lagos. Actually, when my senior daughter, he knows her, when you have children that do very well, you are proud to. So she was to do her convocation, went to purchase something in Lagos. We were getting 90, so as we were trying to cry, I wasn't mindful of it because she grabbed me, she was screaming, my mommy, and I was hearing my mommy distantly, my mommy, someone help. Cut a long story short, that was how I was helped to Igbobi hospital. And then at Igbobi, I don't know, I can't speak Yoruba. And my husband hears a little, and the doctor, after checking the BP, like he was saying, the BP had already risen the highest height, but at 200, I don't know what it was, over 100 and something. And let me say, I'm not a medical doctor, but my years of and experiences of teaching and learning, I know that the systolic is not as dangerous as the bottom reading, because if the bottom reading is high, you must be admitted, except the doctor doesn't know his story. If the bottom reading is high, up to 1900, they will keep you, whether you like it or not. Me telling you now, my doctor said, there are people like you. The bottom reading is maintaining, but the systolic is flying any day, anywhere. It just goes, it comes down, I'm never bothered. Once the diastolic rises, I will check. And I've also known that there are two things that affect this. It's either your dieting or your emotion. One affects, your diet affects one, emotion affects one. So that is why we need to balance this our lifestyle. Life is so short. Just a girl working, my cleaner was crying the other day. The cousin at 43, just slept and he didn't wake up. That should be emotional problem, because the father is late, the mother is late, he is not the breadwinner, carrying on the load. The in-law had an accident, he's not taking care. You'll be thinking and everything, and if it's hypertension, you might not have known. And that's one thing about us. We don't go for checkup until it becomes too late. There's no crime in checking. You wake up. We do monthly. We have a routine. In me and my husband, we have what do you call it, monthly routine visit to the hospital just to check. But on our own, we can check our BP. We also have the what do you call it for blood sugar and all of that. So you don't play with these things. And when you're hearing today, cancer, how did it come? It's all about our lifestyles. And many of the youth now, like what happened? There was something happened on Sunday when we were celebrating our bishop's birthday. They called the teenagers to play with the women. And the women won, there was, I think, 3-0. And the story was, how will the women not win them? This Indomie generation, they don't eat any good food. Indomie generation, and you'll be laughing. They don't eat anything. Quick fix, everything. No! Life is not about quick fix. Life is about you taking care of this body. Nourish this body. The Bible says a body God has given us to do His will. And so if you are here, you are into the Indomie, the quick food, the fried food, you are undoing yourself. And so I want to talk generally on these things. In my house, we don't enjoy fried food. It's not like that bad. We don't. Cook your food, you naturally, it will be sweet. Our parents, what were they eating? And they would just bring this in life from the farm, and native pot and all of that. Most of these, what do you call them, pots we are using, they have their lead. They do a lot of harm. And you cooking, you'll be scraping them, and everything will be also going into your food. So that's why we also advise you use wooden spoon if you can. So it's a lot of things we need to do to be healthy. Apart from food, the compare mentioned exercise. You see, I'm reading books on. When I started, it was that accident I had. I took me to a Igbobi. I was hospitalized, then I was discharged, and I told my husband friend brought a encyclopedia of medicine. So many, dieting, this one, cleansing. I read. It was on that bed. God gave me the insight to write book of healthy lifestyle to stop aging. So I wrote them volume 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the end, I compressed all of them into one. This one that contains all of them. But I didn't bring them for sale anyway. They're in my archives. So this is what led me to. And after writing on my experience and what to do, I will not be the one to tell you and not do it. So in my organization, we call it Quiffy. They know me. Some of them call me Mama Exercise. I mind what I eat, when I eat, and the much that I eat. Very mindful of what I eat. And then the timing. See, let me just give you a statistic. World statistics some years ago said only 5% people are healthy. Can you imagine? Out of how many millions or trillions of people? Only 5%. Then 15% are sickly. They have terminal disease. You can spend all your money, they will die. We lost one of our in-law who had been breastfeeding for 11 years. And best source, there's no way he can turn to it. And he has to die. 11 years, just punishing the wife, if I may use that language. So when somebody is sick and is not recovering, and you are spending, you are praying, those are the ones they call terminal, 50% of them. And then we now have 20%. You call them sub-healthy group. Maybe that's where we belong, especially we Christians. We are okay, everything is okay, no wahala. But they all swear. When they say, this was, I jump and pass. I always jumping past. It's not my passion. It's not my passion. So that's where we belong, this sub-healthy group, the studio group. Please, even if you are here, thank God you are alive. Make sure what you hear, you do. That's it. In the Bible, says Jesus began to do and to teach. Ezra did the same. If I have not been doing, I won't teach. Oh, she said, 80-something percent. I'm not celebrating this age. I'm only celebrating God's grace upon my life. Because if I had not gotten that accident, I wouldn't even know all these things now. And so there's nothing that goes for nothing. Satan wanted to take my life. God used it to help me. And last year, I launched a book. We launched a book. It's a very interesting book that says, Aging Gracefully by the Power of God. You know, when you see me like this, when you see me dress up, you talk of high heels, I use them. And people are telling me, Mama, your knees. Yes. And you wouldn't even know that what they call arthritis could be there because I have pain. It has not disturbed me. So I didn't start high heel this age. I started when I was young, imitating the white people, you know, that kind of thing. So I can wear high heel and be very smart. So what I'm saying now is, when you begin to learn to do this thing from the beginning, you won't have problem. But when you jump into them, you will crash land. That's the problem. So please, I beg you, vegetables are good. Whether okra, whether it's muku, whether it's fruit, so anything you have. You know, please now come back. Dr. Tony is my brother is here too. Honorable Abuja. We plant things around the corner. Even empty sacks. Put manure, put everything. They will grow. We have corn, harvested. We have tomatoes. We have pepper. We have ugu. We have water leaf. These ones they are not organic. What do you call them? Genetically modified organic. No, they are pure. No fertilizer. And when you are eating such, we are eating such. We are eating life. We are happy. We don't know what we even buy from the market in the first instance. So, but even then, when you buy from the market, you need to do a total washing. Because some of them we don't know. Our hearts, our health, our body, they are stake because of what we don't know we are taking. Please, I beg you, by God's grace, don't hear and throw this away. Go back and begin to package your life very well. What do you need to do? Do it. What you don't need to do, don't do it. Where you need to go, go. Where you don't need to go, don't go. Don't join them. We need to tell people, say, if you cannot beat them, join them. No. If you cannot beat them, you cannot stop them, Bible says, flee. Come out from among them and be ye separate. Come out. You cannot be tied to a group that want to ruin your life. You cannot be bad culture that will not help you. And before I will finish, because I would like you to ask a question. Exercising, you might like to go to the gym, okay? I will not stop you. But in most cases, personal exercises at home or on the road or in your corridor, wherever, on your outside, this is better. That's what we call aerobics. That you can, aerobics involves, you can even sit down and do them. You can stand, you can lie down, and we'll show you some. So when you are doing all these things, the body is getting toned, the blood is flowing, and your mood is lifting. You have a better, lighter mood. You can always be happy, especially you will say, I will do one or two, you will just stop. And laughter is mercy, according to Proverbs. And so let me just summarize what I'm saying now. I wrote down here that God has given us the mandate in Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Go ye, multiply, replenish, have dominion. All these things God gave us, 5-4 ministries there. We are not doing anymore. Instead, these things are dominating our life. We are buying to them and we're in problem. But if we can just go back and say, no, I take authority over this. This is what I must do. Whether I have the time or not, yes. Late night food, cancel. Late night food, cancel. Another thing I'm just bringing the quick because I don't know how many minutes have been allotted. Another thing I want to read that water heals. Water heals. Water heals. Especially the water that have up to pH 7. That water will heal. But the water you just drink like that cannot heal. You sip take water gradually so that your saliva will mix with the water. That's where the healing comes from. When they say water, you not just drink and then maybe you pour it into your nose and nose. No. Sip it gently. And again, we advise people, ordinarily you can drink the water anyhow. But when you want to eat, reserve drinking of water. You may even not even drink during food, except you take small, so that the enzyme can work on your food. There are many people, 2 days, 3 days, they don't go to toilet, it's bad. You say garbage in, garbage out. You have eaten, the next thing, the waste should go. And if the waste is not going, do something to help it. Don't leave it like that. I've seen people who have died because they could not go to. Tried. They use all the methods, just like urine too. Maybe for men with prostate. So I'm begging you. I'm begging, I used to tell people, if I'm already 80 and God say want to take me, I don't have any regret. The children are already, they are where they are. But the younger one called me now. Can you make it with your lifetime? I mentioned somebody who has a boy, she met talk of a boy who has a cancer, whatever, at that age. I've also seen a boy who died because of diabetes in a secondary school boy. They brought the boy to me. I was saying, we want to address what you eat. We want to change everything. How to agree with whether your mommy has money or not. I will help you. I went to him and said, he's not ready to listen to all those kind of things. Blah, blah, blah. And he just died. Secondary school. What would make a secondary school child to have diabetes, for goodness sake? It's all in the eating. It's all the careless way. It's all about too much sugary things, especially the special ones. And so, I have, I'm just doing random talking. I have said only 80% are the one that can live, if you listen to. And I've also read that every 3 months your blood gets renewed. Listen, blood does not get old. Blood can become impure. That's why you must look for things, that will help your blood, to revive your blood, to make it clean. So blood renews every 3 months. Cells of the body renew every 11 months. Then bone every 2 years. And then what we are saying is that when you know this one, what will help your cell? What will help your blood? What will help your bone do them? And we all know that aging starts from the leg. That's the problem we have. Aging starts from the leg. Imagine when a small child started, picking his steps. And from that age till what you are now, you either running, you either walking, you either jumping, one thing or the other. And so sometimes, including me, you overuse the legs. So we need to slow down too. You may not need to run and walk. That one saves some issues or problems. You may not need to jump. Somebody can help you pick whatever or stretch whatever. And there are things you must not be careful not to do. That's what I'm saying now. Then for eating, there are 3 things. There are 3 habits that we imbibe in. One is impulse, one is emotion. Impulsive eating, I don't think you want this. Impulsive eating, that is when you just, hey, this is fine, it's sweet to eat. I'm going to give me now. Not that you're hungry, long throat, you don't eat anything you see. You eat on impulse. It's not a good habit. We are asked to eat at meal time. Eat at meal time. All those extra things, don't jump into them. And then the other one is emotion. Emotional eating. Something has happened. You are not happy. But just open the fridge, you take something. You think about the thing you are worried, you go back again. You see this, you eat. You are eating not because you are hungry, but you are compared to things that's what will give you satisfaction. That one is also something that affects our bodies badly. They are here, I don't need impulsive eating, emotional eating, then passive eating. Passive eating is when you are not doing anything, you are just lazy, absent-minded, just thinking, break anything. Anybody, like, okay, break. Because you are not even serious about anything. You are very careless with your life, so anything goes. So that's why we say, please eat at meal time and don't violate the laws of eating. Don't eat by impulse. Don't eat by emotion. You are feeling low. I don't abeg. Somebody died. Oh, this. Manage your life, manage your emotion until it is time to eat. And the final one I mentioned is passive. You are just sitting down. We don't advocate anybody to be lazy. We get up and work. Get up and work. If you don't want to work, you're on your own. If you don't want to move, on your own. And I also read that here and I said, sorry, I also read that here and said, exercise, you must maintain a culture to exercise. Emotion, manage your emotions well. Because the Bible said, in Proverbs 17, very hard. The other one says, eat healthily, be nutrition conscious. Then detoxify. Detoxify means remove waste. Some of the things that Dr. was talking about, they were the things that were removed. He mentioned yama. From time to time, you must detoxify your system. There's a way I do it because I was brought up in Calabar. They do what they call ukebe. But they have modified it now so that you can connect the two somewhere, put it in there, and then put the what do you call it now? The hose, something like small hose, into your district, and then the thing will enter your.
That is all.
Yeah, then you shake, yes, shake. As you sit down, that's the quickest way. Everything will come out. I use it for my children, so I didn't know hospital for them. I use that Calabar this thing. I would just use it, put them on my lap, and then shake that over here. Sit down. By the time they finish stooling, that's okay. And when you see what they will do, you will praise God. So from me to you, if they were to tear us now, you see yama too much. Because we eat, and we are not detoxifying. Even when you go to the toilet, you struggle. It is not okay. So fruits will help you. Water will help you. Then this detoxification will also help you. I don't know if there's any other thing I need to mention because I'm trying to figure out what I have not said and what I should say more to help us. Because these are the things I've been teaching since the year 2000. How many years now? About 36 years. And I'm teaching them and I'm doing them and I'm writing, and God has also made it possible for me. And I'm still in the business of doing it. So if I have finished, if I've exhausted what I want to say, then I may either want you to ask me one or two questions. Then I will teach you some of the things I do on a daily basis. Even in the hotel, I've done my aerobics. That's why I chose to wear what I can wear. So I didn't want to wear a gown because if I wear a gown and I want to say, let's do this or let's do that, it will not be possible. So I have to come in a smart way, showing you that I'm not just doing it here, it's already my culture, a custom. President. Should I say president?
Yes, but what is the center of the matter? What is the center of the matter?
Yeah, president, because some people are like, well, I'm talking. And that is all I want for now. I have to rush. Like I told you, I wrote the books I wrote. 1 on know yourself. 2, know what the provision God has made for you. 3, there are organic food. Let me mention it. This bitter leaf is a very powerful herb. Scent leaf. Hey. What do you call it in Igbo? Is it in charm or whatever? Then moringa. Moringa can take care of too many. We use that to cook. A guy from the north has taught us how to use moringa to cook 2 different soups. If I cook the soup for you, you will not believe it's moringa and you want to eat and overeat. Hey, God has made provision, but we don't know them. Moringa is good. Even guava leaf, not to cook soup, that is to boil, to drink. Lemongrass, we have. What is not counting there in my compound? Then lime or lemon, we have one tree. We didn't plant it too. We didn't know it grew there. Dr. Tony and they all know it. It's just there, bringing big mighty seed fruits. I can go on and counting and counting and counting and counting. Even this turmeric, we even planted it before. Turmeric is that one that is very, when you cut it, it's yellow. That turmeric, we have the local one. It's only cinnamon and what that we buy. Sometimes you see them cut them in this. Sometimes they make them into powder. Then we all know garlic. That's the baba. That's the number one antibiotic that God has created. Garlic. But many of us don't like garlic because of the odor. But then you can always use maybe kola nut or sweet. But if you think of the pungent and you don't want to help yourself or young, you can even grind it and put it and swallow it like that. Grind it, pack it, and use water to drink. If you grind it and put it under your children's stockings and wear them to school, they might be saying, you're smelling garlic, but that's an antibiotic that is also fortifying your child. We did all those when my children were small. We did everything we needed to do. And then there's this one they call miracle leaf. Miracle leaf. Browphilium is the botanical name. It can even grow. Anywhere you drop it, it can grow. Put it in your pocket, it can grow. That leaf now we have discovered is doing so much. It can help with the eyes. When you put it on the water, fire, just weaken it small, and then cover your eyes for some minutes, maybe up to 10 minutes. Cover the eyes. And then we have also discovered that it can be healing cancer now. Cancer of the breast. The same thing. Weaken it on the fire and put it around this and maybe put brazier. Testimonies are coming. What we are saying is that these are things that we are seeing. They are in my compound. They are in my compound. I didn't know the use of this thing. Yeah. Until somebody said, mommy, this one day here. Hey. Then we say, what is it for? Then they say another leaf. I don't know their name. In my compound. And when you boil it, it's blood, red. It's not beetroot. Beetroot is red.
Hospital too far.
No, I don't know.
It's hospital too far, they call it. Now that looks like blood.
The blood.
To drink that, they say it helps the blood.
So this is, they are in my compound. We didn't know them. We didn't know their use. Then there's this other thing they call it. This noni. We have a pungent other too. And noni, those days, one bottle of noni was 8,000. I don't know how much should be selling. We have the tree, and it's growing. The fruits are coming. Now, I'm saying this because we are health conscious, and we also try to see how many of these things we can have around us. We can't have all of them, but at least we have some, and we can tell somebody, go and do this, go and plant this one, or root this one. What had the one they call Chanda Pidra. I'm not a science, I might not know the name very well, but we call it in our language Ogupiyeke. That is another powerful herb. It grows up small, tiny this, it goes straight like that. We uproot them, boil them and boil them. All this I'm counting, they are for boiling. Soursop. We don't call this our chop. Soursop. The leaves are medicinal.
Wow.
The body, yes, we boil the meat. The leaves. Yesterday my husband was boiling some. Yes. The leaves. He brought the leaves, brought lemon this in, brought then it's one herb. It's another vinegar. Vinegar we have it too that you can now use instead of going to fight. Now all this is, you are not, if you are to be worried, come and get some of this things. But when you go, I will take the tray and put in a bag. I will take the tray and put in a bag and swallow. Yes. And I was so happy. And the man asked me, what are you doing? I said, I'm drinking the medicine for you. They said, 3? Yeah. head, this man don't come and touch my head over. I said, is it wrong? I've been doing it to stop. If you cannot take the 3 times, stop. If it is wrong, take it. That's what I was just packing all of them. I said, take one in the morning, take one in the afternoon. I'm beg, they let me put the 3 at once. And so sometimes God's grace is sufficient. Somebody may do so and die. So I want to beg all of us. All want to do now. I'm running up. I don't know what I will ask question is that everybody will stand. Everybody here will stand. What I do best, I will do. The one you cannot do, you just watch me do it, and I'm good to go. And can we stand up? Everybody, even if the government will be here, we stand up. All right. Can we march now? Left, right, everybody. Left, right. I'm not seeing you. If your shoe will disturb you, left, right. Okay, let's jump. You may not jump. We're just doing a little hand. Yeah, come on. Then, and the clap, good. I may not do it well now, so. Then, stop. This way.
Come on, exercise.
I tell you that you do smile. I go this way. Up, down. Then this way. Yeah, your hand, your knee. I'm not going far. Let's go. Yeah. Bring your feet together. Let's go. Take them as much as you can. Okay. Let's walk. Let's walk. Sound like that. Yeah. Then let's walk the hand down. Join your hand and walk them down. Did you do it?
Yes.
Once more, let's go. Just go to where your strength can take and stop. Yeah. Don't do like that. Do like that. Now let's take 3 deep breaths. Let's go. In. I don't want to hear you snort. In. And out. In. And out. In. This is a good classroom. I you do very well.
Yes,
that was begin to laugh. So this is a very good classroom. You can see that. Let me go to you. So you can see it in your chair. So you don't say, you can sit on your chair. I feel like children. You can swing. You can swing. If you are too tall, you take a higher chair. Then you can turn like this. You are doing exercise, Abby?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you can move. Nearer. Move your body. Move it nearer. Like this. Move the knees. Hold the chair with you. Move it. Hold the chair with you. Bring the knees. That's it. Then, wow. Put your 2 knees far apart and press down. Press down. Press down. Then sit on your chair, sit right, and turn like this. As if you are looking at something. Put the 2 feet down, turn like that. And go to the left. Yes. Okay, talk to the other side. Talk to the other side. Okay. Try your left. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Then down. Oh, so up, no. Yeah, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. You just stay. Let me do 1 or 2 on the ground. So you can lie down and you hold your leg.
Mama! Great! Great!
I hope you appreciate her. Mama, step into your place.
Let me get up and give somebody else time. Wow. So anybody want to say anything? Any comment so that I can?
Yeah.
Anybody want to say
If you are not clapping, please come clap. Let's clap.
Thank you very much. Wow. Mama, did I see you on the floor? Hey. Okay. Let me just hold it right there. If you have any questions, she has told us a whole lot about natural herbs, about plants, things around us. If you have any question you want to ask, is there any way you're confused, you want clarification, please let me see your hand so I can give you the mic. Okay, sir.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
hallelujah?
In the process of Reverend Mrs. Ogadeshun lecture on this herbal medicine and herbs, I think in the scripture, in Genesis, it talks about the herbs in the Bible. He mentioned something which somebody called me 2 days ago from the United States. Shower chop. Shower chop. Please, instruction. Shower chop.
Sour salt.
Sour salt.
Yeah.
Sour salt.
Yes. Sour.
She said exactly what the person called me for years. He said he needed the leaves, and that he drinks it with the family. It's about 70 years plus. He drinks it every morning, and it's not available in America. So he was not trying to say, how can I get the seed if they can be planted over there? That was from America. Talking about that lecture on sour salt. And the professor on herbal is here. I want maybe to hear from you the importance of these great herbs that God has given to us on the soil. That some of us who don't know the use of it. Thank you.
Okay, so that will be over to our prof.
Yes. Okay. So that's not a question
Like I
directed
said
to you.
before now,
Any question directed
I have resigned those areas.
Okay.
Yes,
Mom, please,
sir.
there's a question.
Yes, my dear, go ahead, I will see
First,
you.
before I go for a question, I will have something to give to her. That person that's called for sour salt. So many people have been doing, do I call it business, exporting those leaves through Amazon. You understand? Room temperature dry. If you contact Amazon, you can get some of these leaves. You understand? Those leaves, you can make sure that you house it. They dry it, room temperature, and it's there. So the market is there already. So, madam, I want to ask you this. At the very you want to do organic medicine, pure organic. What's the best herbal preservatives you can suggest? Thank you, madam.
Best herbal preservative.
Thank you for that question. Like I do, like I said, we just do our own, we drink. Sometimes we put them in the fridge, not for too many days. So if there's anything to add, we've never thought of it. And again, if we add what is not natural to what is natural, it might not be good. So in our own case, like I said yesterday, my husband was boiling some, drank some, filtered the name and put it in the water. When it stayed too long, it will throw away. So for the preservation, my brother, I cannot tell you. There's no need to tell lies. We are here to say the truth and nothing but the truth.
Without preservative, it's no longer natural. It's not artificial.
I really appreciate you. I appreciate the grace of God upon your life. You talked about my brother, failure. I want to I've known it from when I was in school, we were studying for biology and all that. And I used to think it was a poisonous thing. But you told us now that it's good for the eyes. So apart from using it to steam our eyes, is there anybody can take it for anything eternally?
If they wash it and drink now, you can wash it clean, and squeeze it like a bitter leaf. Eat and drink. Because it's also good for cough. And it is one we native we use to cut navel. They have been using it for navel. We didn't know that God was just laughing at us. The cancer now, I just came recently. And then the eyes, So every day we are discovering.
All right, thank you. One last question before I let me go.
Praise God. My name is Pastor Vera Buzoju. Yes, leaves are good. Like for me, there is a place I go every 10 Sunday for such teachings. But one of the things the director told us is the dosage. Because when he was teaching on some of the herbs, he mentioned overuse of them can damage our livers and our kidneys. So my question is that, what is the dosage for this organic leaves?
I will say referring to my husband because it's what we do that I can talk about. There's a glass, for those who are drinking one small short table. No. There's the normal tumbler, half. I wanted to talk of some of these ones that we buy now that it uses one small short tumbler. But for the one it does, a tumbler or a teacup, it takes half. We don't exceed it. We don't load the cup and begin to drink anyhow. So for us, my dear girl, for us, we take half of whatever cup, be it a teacup or tumbler, we just take half. We don't exceed it. So I don't know whether the half is okay for everybody or not. Like I said, this natural thing, we are here to address them because we are not like the orthodox. They take 10 milligrams. Take 15, take that one they give you, but our own anyhow. That is why we are taking half. And like I said, when they are set up to a bit in the fridge, we can do away with it.
Wait, let me answer something.
Okay.
It's one thing that a lot of people do ask. Dosage, this, and all that stuff. What is dosage? Quantity you should take. Our parents know what all these things are. From generation to generation, we pass it down. I teach it, I express it, I use it myself. So we tell you half a cup. The normal traditional half a cup is 100 ml. Full cup is 200 ml. Do you understand? They will say 1 teaspoon. It's a dose. They can even tell you 1 pinch of salt or pinch of, like for instance, now if you have to take turmeric works better when you mix it with black pepper. You don't put a lot of pepper, you put a pinch of pepper. Do you understand? So a pinch is just like this. It's a dose. So dosage is not 2 tablets 3 times a day. Yeah? There are traditional doses. There are ways of presenting traditional doses. And there are ways for people to present their own. So when we put our head together, our own too, they good. Just like when you say you go on their own now. Take 3 tablets twice a day, morning, afternoon, evening. Take 2 tablespoons for this one, here. But our own system can't be thrown away. It's also perfect. And let me also say this about natural medicine. The body has a very, very perfect way of accommodating. Yes, in my research work, I've come across plants that are very toxic, which have been explored for cancer treatments and all this stuff. But honestly, the majority of the plants that we use commonly, that's why I say, even today, if I'm going to talk, you are going to see what I'm not going to use complex plants that you won't even know and all that stuff. I use a plant that you can see from here, and then you can see it around your compound and all that. And that's because you are used to them. So if I tell you, grind this thing, squash it into powder, and then use a handful, for instance. A handful is your handful. Do you understand? That's a dose. So don't allow that our mental people, those not there, this one, those there. Is that okay?
Thank you so much, Prof, for that. Okay, yes. Let's give it up for Reverend Mrs. Solane Chulu. It's not like you look for someone that just give you expo. You can know that when you go back, some of you know you got something for that plant. I know one person that's already asking me where can I get that plant. All right. Thank you so much.
Another lecture. I want us to please give it up. What I mean is clap for. When I say give it up, please help me clap for. Give it up to Professor McDonald Injo, the professor in phytomedicine, Unibe. Please, let's give it up for him as he comes to give us another lecture on food as medicine. Wow. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. We all see the board. But I just feel that I will add 1 or 2 things to complete my routine. My first one is.
You have my Bible, I'll give you a Bible.
Can we raise our water? Water? Okay. No, raise it up. Sip water.
Okay, that's sip for drink. Okay, sip.
You know, some of us will just put this thing in the mouth and then. But this is how to drink water. Good. Little by little. And then you must do at least 2.5 liters a day. I try as much as possible to do 3. Now please, 2.5 liters a day means I'm aware that some of us are very used to the sachet water. So I've tried to look at the sachet water and I found that some of them are even lower or lesser than 500 mils. Yeah? It used to be 500 mils those days. I think they are just trying to cut corners. So let's assume 500 mils. 2 forms 1 liter. 4. How many? 2 liters. So if you take 5, you have done good to your body. Is that correct? Now, but if you take 6, you have done very well. Is that correct? Is that okay? Yes. Now, the good part of it is that you monitor. Please, listen, this initial part is not part of the lecture, so I'm only trying to give some tips that will be helpful for you from time to time. Is that okay? Monitor your urine. There are 2 things to monitor. and many of us take it for granted. When your urine becomes like this, you don't say wahala dey. Huh? Is that okay? So, once it's many of this wahala that we are trying to solve, this water is called, sometimes some people call it miracle. Once we are properly hydrated, your system is moving very well. The mama was trying to do that breathing, but I will add to it. And just do those exercises early in the morning, even during the daytime. And then you find that your heart will thank you for it. Is that okay? I can do this dual form. You breathe in one with your mouth and breathe out through your nose. Hard. Is that okay? Or you breathe in with your nose and breathe out with your mouth. Hard. Is that right? And your heart will thank you for it. Can we try something? Let's do stand up. No, if you sit down, I don't know where. Now, let me show you the example. Now, if it just, I prefer you do 5 times for a start. Is that okay? And you can graduate to 10 times or 15 times. But it's very good. I will do the math one first. Yeah? You push it out. Is that okay? Good. I'm coming. Just look at that. I'll take it through my mouth. Close your mouth and then push it out through here. Is that okay? Or the second one, you take it here. Is that okay? Okay, let's do the mouth one first. 1, 2, go. Close your mouth. Push up. Okay, let's do 5 times. 1, 2, go. Again. How many now? Ready for 4 Fifth one. Yeah, let's do the nose. Now, make sure you are doing it with this. Is that okay?
Yes.
1, let's do the first. Let me be counting. 1 to go. Nose, breathe in. Yeah, breathe out. With the mouth. Yeah? 1 to go. Again. Third one. Again. Fourth one. Yeah. All right. The last one. Go to the clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. This is very and then there's even another one that I tried doing sometimes. And that is ability to clap. You have problems with your heart. You learn to clap. Not like this, like this. You clap hard. Very hard. When you put your hand like this, you see a soothing effect. Soothing effect. Even if you get headache, it's you should respect yourself.
Wow.
Now, maybe as time goes on, I'll teach you some other things. Drink your water. Sip. All right. let's quickly do this. Sometimes I can be carried away and talk for a long time. So please forgive me. I've broken this lecture into 3 parts. Anywhere we reach, we reach. Is that okay? If we can't finish it, take it like that. Now the first part we'll be looking at food, spices, indigenous ones we see around that are very good, for your health. But I'm making a case. At the end of the day, I noticed that I will be talking about public health, and then I'll also be talking about economic value of various medicinal plants. Now, the third part, after we get there, if we don't get there, I'm sorry. I thought we would have enough of government officials coming around so that we can discuss this matter. We talk of empowerment, youth empowerment, women empowerment. What can you do with plants? How can you grow your own garden? Your own garden is too small for it. Yeah, I remember the story I wanted to tell you. I went for a survey in 2 villages near Owerri. And then I met this man. He gave me one particular plant, Strategita fertile Spicies. I don't know but they call it Brazilian tea. Now, he took me to the bush and said, "Bro, this is what I use for so and so. So I said, "Oh, that's good." So he said, "Take it." That I shouldn't mind what they do, that when they come to their shrine, they will tell them, "Go and bring goat, go and bring goat, go and bring chicken." Yeah? But eventually, he will tell the wife to prepare pepper soup with the goat. But I will go to the bush and get, I recorded it too. I said, I said I will record if I want. And he will go to the bush and he will collect this plant, for so. So we just laughed, all right. So I took it to the lab. Now before that, this is the cocoa of what I was trying to say. And I told him at the end of the day, I said, for being nice to me, I want to also give you something. He said, "Okay, what do I have to give to you?" I said, "Okay." I said, "All this fire, we know the quench, where you put for it. All these things." I said, "I want you to pack it up." Pack it up. He said, "Well, how do I do it?" I said, "Don't worry. Do you have a small piece of land in your village?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Well, go back to that village and begin to grow this knowledge." He has so much knowledge. All these plants you are telling me about, this herbs, go and grow them. I said, "Look, if you plant corn, anybody passing will do what? Can pluck, I mean? If you plant anything that is very common, people can easily utilize them. But if you plant what they don't know, they will jump and pass. Am I correct? Yeah. So I thought I was just giving an open advice, so I left. 2 years later, the man had come very well. So he sent people to me in my office to just come and thank me. He said he left that practice and he's making money now. So I thought we could have time also to share some of these things. What can you do with them? When you plant them, what are the various things? Do you want to put it as tea? Do you want to put it as this? Do you want to put it as acai? And right now we're talking about exports. Nigeria will export so much of Zobo now. Yeah, we do. Zobo is in high demand. And the other things that these Chinese people are coming here to come and carry, they are carrying our bitter leaf. In fact, I was so upset, very angry. I had to make a way. I saw the deputy speaker of Senate. I told him, I said, "Sir, I'm sorry. These people are killing us. And our biodiversity is being depleted, and things are not working right. This is where we should be making money for ourselves, as a country, not allowing these people to big containers to be carrying them in. So instead, I should go and write a bill, which I did. Wrote the bill, said, until tomorrow, until that's happened. In fairness, I heard the bill mentioned in the floor of Senate to date. So I just believe that what happened to Musakola during our point this time has happened. Nigeria happened to it. I'll stop.
So you train?
I don't give up. I'm fighting for it. So my suggestion is that if you are taking anything from here, you should have 60% value addition. Don't just take our raw materials out. Add 50 to 70% value addition. Bring the machines on here. Let people have work to do. Yeah? Let Nigerians have work to do. Everything they are packing from here now is their own people that are benefiting. So I have some things that have to do with youth employment, women empowerment, and all that stuff. But the steps are many. But let's do the one we can do today. And then let's see where we stop. 3 parts. I doubt if I'll finish it in 2 hours. So, are we ready?
Yes, sir.
One more thing before I start. Please, when we do 1 hour, let somebody tell me. You don't sit down for more than 1 hour. Once you do 1 hour sitting, in fact, I used to take 45 minutes. Yeah? Make sure you do what you stand up. Yeah? Stand up a bit. Just let it feel a little. Is that okay? So always have that accurate time keeper. Accurate time keeper. If we do 45 minutes, just shout. Just enjoy it. You have this dried fish. I'm not talking of this one, this one. I was just saying, this one that they sell as having that they will use aluminium foil to wrap. To build. What's it? Those aluminium foil and you put it on your fire. Yeah? And getting those aluminium there are 2 kinds of poisons that are really dangerous for us. Those are aluminium and then plastics. So eat good food so that you have good health. Summary. Is that right? Now I said here, if you agree with me, fine. I said in a Nigerian household, there's a thin line or there's a small line between what you eat and what eats. For example, in the villages, what happens? A woman, sorry that I'm using the word grandmother, but don't worry, whether grandmother or mother is mother is now the same Italian soup that the mother cooks to give to the family on a Tuesday in the evening. When that child, for instance, have fever, that same Italian is what the mother goes to get. You don't know that Italian is good for malaria. When you're thinking of Italian, I'll be explaining bit by bit so that we can follow very well. When you're thinking of Italian, for instance, don't go and put inside baby. Don't to do is quick food. Yeah. Indomie life. When we put it inside blender, wow. We did an indigenous kind of experiment some years ago. Until today, I'm still wondering. I'm not joking. I'm a scientist. I'm still wondering what difference really is among this kind of experiment. Blended. We can use multiple methods. We use some. So we wanted to see how it works towards the targeted goal. So we try to record what. But if you give to multiple, everybody is different. Choose something now. Somebody will choose that same thing. He or she will not know. You understand? So our body system is very important. So we waited for another 1 week or 2. And then we did squeezing, hand squeezing. You understand? So we tell you that you use hand to do it, squeeze it. Don't be wash up to do water. Squeeze them there, let them first water that come and decide for their drink. You will find that we have positive results from the one that we use hand to squeeze when we compare it to the one that we use blender. So we thought it was a joke, so we tried it out and that was it. We got the same result. So I said to myself, I'm not going to publish it. But I always advise, when you want to take it to a forward, you use your hand to squeeze it. Is that alright? Okay. So, the same food, the same medicine. Is that right? Food and what? Medicine. Medicine. Now, I try to do a lot of grammar here, so don't worry, it's very simple. Food is fundamental to every human. Who has not eaten for the last 5 days? So all of us have food to eat, have it? Why? We need food for survival, for growth, and development. Is that all right? Now, beyond providing energy, essential nutrients, food also plays a critical role in our health. You will agree? Yeah. Now, the ancient saying, that's what I think she was trying to do. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Now, if it is attributed to this great physician, the whole statement there reflects the principle that has not been understood by many traditional societies, including those in Nigeria. Now, I stayed in the village. I went to farm. I did whatever a normal village person would do. One of the beautiful things there is that we don't eat food, the same food the next day. I mean, we don't have the opportunity of having microwave or freezer. Some of us will keep our food. This is like 2 weeks. I will tell wives to tell their husbands, I'm traveling for this month. I will spend 2 weeks and I've put all the things you need inside the freezer. When you're hungry, just microwave and then you eat. They have that privilege. And people didn't love. I mean, so food was food for their survival. Food was also meant for their survival. Is it this? Okay. Now, I was just trying to say here, this thing, I said, before pharmacy ever, arrived at our shops, in many places we have kitchens. I mean, have kitchens, we have gardens. Our parents would do plant what? Some plants around the house, the house. And the grandmother who knows exactly what to pick or how to grow and where to leave it is always there to comment on things to use. For example, the Yoruba mother will strip fresh efi. What does she do with it? And into hot water for chest, cold. And people that will do what? Prescribe or really a woman that has just given birth. Very interesting. For uterine recovery. Or the Hausa farmer in Ghana puts the gingers together and then they sell it in the market. And that dream will be short. They killed something in Nigeria and our government did nothing. What ginger is it? How expensive is it?
Very expensive.
You know what? They came to this country, polluted our ginger, and killed the quality of our ginger. Nigerian ginger was the best kind of ginger you can ever see anywhere in the world. People go for it. And I try to, now inside this long introduction, it takes care of the three parts of what I think we should talk about. So it takes care of the kind of plants to do, the disease from this one, and the economic part, where there's money and unity itself. The global herbal market, valued over in hundreds of billions of dollars. And it's accumulated and growing by the day. But it's expected that it will get to $500 billion by the year 2030. And we also have heard that World Health Organization showed that 88% of all population now use traditional medicine in one form or the other. And Nigeria is not an exception. Is that right? Yes. Now, the presentations we are going to be having today, with example, we will two medicine. Yes, and we're going to do it simultaneously. The first one is public health, the other one is economic development. Now, okay. Now, go back. I was trying to ask a question and then do the answer. Okay, the question, what Nigeria Health Center Spices can do for the health of the people? I'm going to be asking that question. A population, a country where the population is increasingly burdened with chronic diet-related diseases. Most of the diseases that we have today, they are what? Diet-related. And what they can do for the prosperity of our person, processors, researchers, entrepreneurs who work with these plants. And the answer, the evidence suggests, is more than most Nigerian currently appreciate. If you go deep into it, you find that there's so much ahead together. Now, I'm not going to go too deep yet, but I know that we might not be able to finish all I want to say. Now, I was just trying to see here, paleontology, we talk about this double body, where infectious diseases are there, creating a pathway. On the other hand, you have non-infectious diseases. You know, we are so burdened, we are so held down with those diseases that can be contacted, and such as infectious illnesses like malaria, typhoid, and tuberculosis contribute to exactly every toll. Why the non-communicable disease like hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular, and certain cancers. Okay. they are all on the rise by the moment, especially in the urban area. Ghana says something that was very interesting. You won't believe it. We used to think that hypertension is just for, and diabetes for everything. But today, 12 years, 16 years, only down with things that the geriatric problem there used to be this, this one is for 50 years and above. But now seeing I'm sorry, but the funny part of it, the ministry, federal ministry of the state ministry of they are not taking their time to take this data and start making these things happen. We are sitting on the peg of God. Food as medicine in the prevention and management of diseases. So, now those ones that we talk about first, we talk about the plant, have it? Now, we want to so I want to connect disease by disease, and tell you the kind of plant when they strong for managing those things. Is that okay? Is that all right?
Yes.
Now, okay, the concept is to natural defense. Okay. Right. Okay, let's move to the business. Next slide. Wait. Now, I said here, unlike synthetic drugs that are often targeted or often target a single disease pathway, medicinal food exert multiple biological effects simultaneously. Do you understand? When they say paracetamol, what do they do? But if I give you the scientific thing is astonia bromide. You know. Now, if I give you a plant A, for instance, and say it's for headache, it will not only cure the headache, it will also affect some other things. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to give you a kind of, for instance, now, it can reduce oxidative stress, regulate inflammatory response. One plant, and we talked about this some years ago, we now call it holistic medicine. Is that okay? It takes care of your body system. Next. Okay. I don't have time. I will rush through this diabetes it has become one of the fastest growing non-communicable diseases in Nigeria. It's characterized by elevated blood glucose level, resulting from what impaired insulin secretion or insulin resistance or both. Poorly controlled diabetes increases the risk of kidney disease, blindness, cardiovascular disease, stroke, and lower limb amputation. So you come careful, you are not going to solve it, when you solve causes. Though one professor for Nasarawa and Zozawa and able to formulate two plants, even those ones, when they solve is big, but I saw it, not the same story. Using this product to treat it, to cover the soil, ready to cut the leg. That's no responsibility. So it's there. No, go back. I want to just watch the some Nigerian medicinal plants that have an apple glycemic property, they include Italy, Moringa, African walnut. Is that African walnut? Yes. Very expensive. Okra. Okra is very good. I'm using okra to feed somebody now. African yam beans and then garden egg. Yeah?
This is also African beans.
I'm not sorry. This food contains dietary fiber, polyphenols, and all that stuff. Next, hypertension affects millions of Nigerians and is a leading risk factor for stroke, kidney failure, heart disease. Now, I said lifestyle modification, including dietary changes, remains a cornerstone of blood pressure management. Your lifestyle, if you don't change your lifestyle modification, you will just be wasting your energy. Going through all this. Various foods that are beneficial for this garlic, ginger, moringa, water leaf. Water leaf is very, 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 very valuable. Fruited pumpkin, that's food. Then African spinach. Garlic contains acid, which promotes oxidation and oxidation. Next slide. Cardiovascular disease includes coronary artery disease, heart failure, and peripheral vascular disease. They are responsible for increasing mortality. Because a lot of people are dying from this cardiovascular disease. A lot of Nigerians are doing it. But if you manage it well through the use of this one, medicinal food produced by lowering cholesterol, reducing the triglycerides, and then preventing the oxidation of LDL, which is good cholesterol, improving vascular elasticity and reducing inflammation. Garlic, ginger, moringa, avocado pear. Avocado pear, the meat of the avocado pear and the seed. The seed is also very powerful. You can cut it, put it inside a bottle. You can use water. And you let it stay for a while. You're taking it very well. It's good. But if you can do tincture, it's better. It's stronger. Soya bean, African oil, flaxseed. Regular consumption will reduce the incidence of cancer. Okay. Then obesity. Fat. I say, first we gather body. You know the weight you carry until you expire in the market. So, obesity is very, very, is due to sedentary lifestyle that we have done ourselves and so many habits. So, lifestyle, let's say, is another thing that we need to do. I hear that you don't eat open as a habit. I don't put anything in the papers last week. But the seed, you just have to advertise it. You get what they use. That's why they use small, very good to reduce Don't forget, water is also very good. Try to drink this enough water. Very, very good. For malaria, neem leaves, lemongrass, scent leaves, cocoa leaves. Now, the cocoa leaves you use for this one, not the green one. We use for this, malaria one, and that yellow one. The yellow one. And then this one is common because of the rain. Clothes is very, very strong. But don't take too much of it. The age you have is not too much when you take basic exercise. So don't take too much of it. If you are take a very small, just, painful like this. And it's very good for your teeth. Yeah, if you have problem with your teeth, clothes very, very effective. For digestion, very effective. So, same thing. So next, that's what I'm trying to say. Next, effect for sound. Okay. This age biology is very strong, but it can be managed. Who was talking about
watermelon?
What I say can mix it with cucumber. Yeah, if you can blend your cucumber, make it coconut. This one, it will help to sit up, not to up. So therefore, those places makes it also very, very important. Then, on ripe plantain. On ripe plantain is you can, what I do is that get your ripe plantain like pieces. Yeah? Now, cut it with the butt of the plantain. Yeah? Dry it, blend it into powder, use it as your grandmother. So use it. There's other thing, breadfruits. Breadfruit.
Yes.
Okay. Also, you can use that and dry it. Yeah? Dry it very well, blend it and mix it into our next. Very, very good. The what? The inside. The inside. That's one I know. I'm not mixing with the outside. I just have to believe that the outside will be very tasty. Yeah, but I don't want you to have the inside was very good. Alright, we have about 30 diseases that let's see if there's any interesting go on. Liver, go on. Kidney, cancer, arthritis, anemia, malnutrition, osteoporosis, asthma, chronic cough, bronchitis, UTI, menstrual disease. Okay. Okay, wait, men. This one is fearful for me. This one is fearful for me because we always say when you are 40 years, we always say when you are 50 years and above. Up to 30 years. 30 years. How is there something wrong with the kind of food we eat? Sometimes our lifestyle, we don't take care of some things. Please, they catch you. You say, hey, go, please, you go and then. You say, make a feel this one, make a feel this motivate. Yeah? You will sit down there. You will sit even when it's not that you're sitting there for 3-5 hours, it's super. You understand? It's not a lot of things can happen. And then, but basically, as we are supposed to be, as we are aging, some part of your body will age. But now, once we not age, how do you get your arm? See, a lot of things are manipulated like this. Okay, let me stop here. But after that, we'll take questions. Who will take questions? if you can get tomatoes, if you are the kind of tomatoes we eat here, no eater will be body. So if you steam them, remove the, there's a thin layer. Remove the thin layer before you blend them. Is that okay? Watermelon. That one hydrates you a lot. If you are taking your watermelon, don't remove the seed. If you chew the seed, that's it. I will be cocoa. So, then pumpkin seed. You, in the market now, you have to improve pumpkin, have it? But honestly speaking, you can use our own, our faith for our own getting oil. Because our pumpkin seed is very good. Some tradition they eat it as food. Am I correct? Yes. Yes. You boil it and then take it as all right. Next. Eyes. Next. Skin. Now, what I know aloe vera is for skin. I mean, those I use it for diabetes and some other. But honestly speaking, some of them become skin. For skin, irritation, you saw money there too. When you have this, maybe clots and all that. So really, that's sickle cell. Next. You have a memories. Dementia. Not on our old age now, where old age don't define, we forget this plenty. I mean, so to improve your memory, next, this anything. Guava leaf is very rich. Is that okay? You know that guava leaf is richer when compared to oranges, vitamin C. Guava leaf is not guava leaf, sorry, guava leaf fruit. That fruit is far richer in vitamin C when compared to orange. I want what it requires because I'm running out. If you can, all those skin of oranges where they gather them, dry and well. If you want, blend it when they are dry. Just use a teaspoon every morning, every night. To help all your lost alcohol and some things in your body to help you. Is that okay, right? Orange juice. Now read medicine. No. When I do I'll put this on my laptop. Okay, drink. Depression and anxiety. For this kind of economy, depression is inevitable. A lot of people are depressed. The economy is depressed. Everybody is depressed. I get cheer up. Yes. I'm going to depression. Psychological therapy, if you mix it with some of these ones, you'll get some. Is that alright? But stay happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Trust in God. Is that alright? So take fish. I prefer fish with scales. Fish that have scales. They are richer than the ones without scales. Always go for fish. Moringa, banana is very good. Banana, I prefer the native one. That one when not the too short. That native banana. Better pass that long one when they sweet like anything. Nuts, all manner of nuts, various forms of nuts, whole grain, fermented food. Fermented food, the easiest example I can give now is something you don't think about. I've been drunk account before. That water when you're now the time that is fertility, rest, immune deficiency, and maintain a strong immune system. It's one of the principles of basic. Yes. All right, they've come at my name. So I want to thank you.
Please let's appreciate it. Can we appreciate it? We can do better than that. Please can we be on standing? Let's give you an emotional appreciation. We can do better than that, please. Keep clapping. Please can we keep clapping? Can we please clapping? We appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. But there is one part that you will not touch. That is always, if you see every woman out on the street, you'll be crying on one thing. Who can tell me? Every woman out on the street that are aging, there's not always crying in the past. Who can tell me? Sir, when you go to that point of arthritis, you will not say anything. You just eat it. Is it because of the time? You should have watched this, sir. Please, can you just please touch it a little? Let them come back to it. So that we can have something to tell people to when we go out. And just at least, by the power invested upon me, at least give you lots of money because that's the time. And let's talk about that because every woman now is crying about it. It's just both old and young. It's both old and young. It's really affecting us seriously.
Okay, I'm going to be blunt about it. And I will share my answer. I need more. You know, there's a difference between arthritis and rheumatism. And even the arthritis, only one type of arthritis, yes. But don't take a general arthritis. And then I came to see my doctor. I said, okay, I never stand up for since this is morning. I won't stand up here as a make and fall. I said, so I'll go handle it. Touched it. I could feel what maybe I fuse or anything. It was okay, not very bad, very bad. Because I've seen some. It did very bad. Hey, please sit down. It's well. Come, please. Okay, sorry. How are you guys? So I'm using my mom as an example. Now, one of the basic things, unlike what a part is not fat. Yes. Or many women have severe part of arthritis and they are weight because yes. So the way you go is that I think for people to start saying go to this, first of all say reduce your weight. Yes. You don't bring the leg as a tail. The number two, also, as you are engaging, the bones also, as you are engaging, your bones start reducing, also start, a lot of things start, going backwards. So, since my mom, I said, okay, let me just, what do you have? Try to look at what someone has. We have those things that I feel. So I can't go to all my things. So I bought it. So now our problem is about what we have to solve. Let's now talk about it. Let's now talk about it. She was not walking well. She couldn't climb stairs. So he just told us, don't worry, we will climb. Nothing for us. The first step, my line of treatment is to encourage the person. Is that okay? Many of us they lose faith too quickly when it comes to our health. So the first line of action is believe in what you are about to shoot for. Number two, believe in the fact that you get it. You are the product of your belief. Is that right? So that's one you don't need medicine. It depends on what person. Then I prepare. I didn't have one. But right now, I think I've expanded it, which I'm still trying to work on. So I got ginger, I got turmeric, and I got meat. You know meat? Yes. I added small cloves. Yes. So the only thing, the problem you will have, even when you write them down, is the quantity. So I must be able to show you these are the items, but the quantity to use is another thing. So I prepared it. I gave her the drink. She drank. Less than 3 days, she was climbing upstairs and running around. Since then, I've always used this therapy as a relief for people that have arthritis. Is that all right? But learn to watch the kind of food you eat. Yeah? Learn to exercise. Is that okay? Learn to exercise. Like that, let me show you this. Right. Listen, everyone just listen. Most times, when we sleep, and we wake up in the morning, for the young ones, they go for their clothes. Yes. I must say, they get amputation of that food. That food, a bullet. You know, bullet, they put inside of a bullet. That's it. That's it, a bullet. If I tell you, say, women, when they put their food for bra, they've done the imagery and done the research where the tumor won't come out of their breast. You will say, you take that. Those men, when you carry phone, they will put up a photo of their phone. It is Nayawa and all the right decision. And for God's sake, don't carry your phone. Gum up over your ear. Whether left or right, gum up over your ear. Always leave space. If I'm answering call, that's how they do before. Yes. So we need to do some. We need to organize ourselves. Now, when you're on bed, you wake up. Don't wake up to first of all pick your phone. Is that okay? Yes. When you wake up, lie down on the back. And then take a deep breath. Start your day well. Just enjoy breathing and breathing out. That's before you do that we talked about. Yeah? Just concentrate on that. And then raise your leg. Do the bicycle raise. Raise your leg and you do this. Just start slowly. Just start slowly. Is that okay? Yes. Just start slowly. and then put this one on this one, and turn this way. Turn this way. Is that okay? Do it about 5 to 6 or 10 times. Then put it. And leg at the door, not be hand. Yeah? Then turn again. Let your spine hear it. Is that okay? Let your bone respond. So when you have done that, it will take you more than 15 minutes. When they go, not they wrong. You understand what I'm saying? When you finish that one, then you sit down. Try to come up from your bed. And for the elderly ones, don't just jump out of bed, start to walk. Please they catch me. Sit down. Sit down for your bed. Sit down for at least 1 minute or 2. Yes. Then you put your legs on your slippers, go peaceful. When you don't peaceful, you come back. What's the next thing? Carry your water, sip your water. When you don't sip one bottle, finish it. Your day has started. See how your body will do throughout the day. Yeah. The next thing we will do after that, and toilet will go so. Open your bowel. Push out more. And the last one, I'll say. Once it's 6 o'clock, if you are a very what I call active person, you don't come home on time. You can do to 7 o'clock. But honestly speaking, once it's 6 o'clock, you don't need to eat anything. Your dinner starts if everyone is like me, I eat twice a day. So I take breakfast. My next meal 6 o'clock. Yes. And that's it. So if there's any other food I will eat, this is number 1. I don't take minerals, I don't take malt, I don't drink alcohol. So I drink my water. So these are things you have to change. The lifestyle has to change. The lifestyle has to change. And do it intentionally. Intentionally. Is that all right? Do it intentionally.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. And God bless you, Dr. Tony Akpokere, for this great lecture, for giving us the opportunity to be together to learn. Learning is, they say, is a continuous process, and we have actually learned not here. If we are in a various rooms, we will not be learning, we will not be learning all these things. And thank you very much, sir, for the convener. Sir, I say God bless you. Amen. And may God replenish you. Amen. Okay, now is the time for question and answer. And I'm going to be the one to start the question because I have a lot. But not a plenty question, I'm just going to ask like 2 questions, but I said I have, so we're going to continue tomorrow. So, sir, it's just like the prostrate you talked about, because you said, that's why I was very intentional to know what causes prostrate. Because I remember my father had surgery.
There's a difference between prostate and prostate cancer.
I think he had that and he was operated upon.
When you operate, the problem with operation for that prostatitis is many times and if you are sexually active, most times you will lose your sexual activity. Personally, I have 3 patients now that I'm trying to treat. It's not been easy. So I always say that if you're not sexually active, fine, no problems. But if you're sexually active, consider it before you go for that operation.
So I think he had it. Maybe that's what they told me. I didn't know. He had the operation. So after the operation, then the year 2020, the thing came back again. So when he came and he was taken to the hospital, he was asked to come back. So I took him to the hospital where he was being taken care of. But the doctor who saw him now was now thinking of diagnosing some things on him to know if it has become cancerous. So at that point, yes, and he also said that after the result is out, he was going to be castrated. Yes, and I think that was what killed him.
Yes.
I think that's what killed him. So I think the doctor had a personal talk with him, and my daddy was gloomy and carried it on in his life for a long time. So we were just trying to, take care of him, but some months after, in fact, he died.
So one thing,
it was psychological.
He died, and when he died, 4 months after, they went for it. But she was always there with him, so only God knows what they have discussed. So that posted, so what they now said, that made me curious to say expatiate on it. Because you have mentioned sexual activity, I don't know, that's what they told us too, that because he was too sexual active. So you see, he just said, I'm not understanding it. Sir, they said the doctor said, from what they said, they told me, because I was curious and I was asking the doctor, I said, what caused this thing? So he went ahead to say it is when somebody is too sexual active. And you are not saying, you understand? So listen, I don't know, they're doing sexually active and he's not doing it. But he said because he was too sexually active. So
if you are conversant with one guy, he's on a campaign on how men can reduce this enlargement, and he was saying that men should have sex and ejaculate with 1 time in a month. There's a strong problem, assuming there's a way I can draw. She's a very good doctor. If you draw it, you find that if that place is.
Is it this country? No, sir, please, no. They are not children. They will still tell their brothers.
Some of them are medical students.
Okay, if for instance, the semen, the semen when they come out, it must come to that place for it to be fertile.
Yes.
Do you understand? The second important place at the back when they fall. So the two of them work together.
Yes.
Now, if it's not working well, if man fire shot for bush, because you say you don't get animal empty bullet. I mean, so the box of it is that prostate this thing must work very well
Actively
to make the thing when they come out for the penis to be what? Fully fertile.
Yes.
Is that alright? Now, the body system all work in harmony. The whole body system when you get now. If you say, because this leg no long, not the active, may you call that small toe when they for your leg. That small one. You will not say that thing. Now be the cocoa of your leg.
Yes.
You can't walk well. That small one that will they neglect. Contact today, you will see say you will live. So there are a lot of mysteries. What I mean mysteries, too many things involved. But the key thing here is that once there's activity, ejaculation is the major thing, and the bladder, all those systems that are working, if they are functioning, everything is working well, you will have issues. You get it?
Yes.
But you can't come and convince me that because you are too much of. In fact, to me, if you are not sexually active, you are very poor. You are very fast.
I think I want to take them.
And once it's good for us to always go to the test.
Yeah.
Get it. And detect it on time. If it's there, we have plants that can be used to shrink it.
Yes.
Shrink it as fast as possible.
The solution to inflammation is not a push.
And funny enough, it was even when they died and I began to find out about plants that can So you don't know things until you see something happen to you. So the next question that is this one. Potassium, because that one, my mother had said her sugar level and rose very high. So also they talk at.
Let me just say one is public lecture. Do you know that for your disease to be high, whether blood or sugar to be high, it's as dangerous for it to be low.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't know. All they know is that see high. Say, look, it's what that's what. It's worse for it to be low.
Yes.
Another confusion again. So the doctor now asks her, she be giving her water.
For the sugar.
Yes.
Okay.
Vitamin water. So while they were giving her vitamin water, they said it wasn't coming down. It was still going up. And again, they now said that the end product of vitamin water is sugar.
How?
I don't know. I'm confused. So
I'm sorry. Apart from people where I have quite a lot of them as friends. I have a lot of them as friends. And honestly speaking, apart from the ones that really show interest in having herbal knowledge, you understand? It's even now, even in there's a tertiary hospital in my friend. There, the doctors are now prescribing herbal things also. Apart from those ones that many of them just don't want to understand. They are ignorant. And that thing is killing, it's killing the whole system. They don't want to know. They don't try by, they don't talk of plants. You know, they will even discourage you from taking any plant. Do you understand? So they will discourage you. So my own opinion is that search yourself, know your body. Yeah? You understand what I'm saying? Know your body. Get the right information. That's what I want to say. Get the right information. If you don't get the right information, you will still fall into it.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. So, any question? Okay.
Thank you for the lecture. I want to make this comment. If you have any, I want you to say something about it. I thank God for this seminar, food and medicine and herbs. As a herbalist, I will describe you. I think what is the problem of Nigerians or humanity embracing herbal profession, herbal medicine, is what I say is the herbalists themselves. If you are, I know that the 7th Assembly of National Assembly, there's a bill, traditional medicine practitioners bill, that is still lying down. And personally, I was given to do a research when the bill came up. That time, thank God, Medu was the chairman, health committee. He gave me this, which took me to many herbalist books. When Mama was talking about herbal, that's why I discovered what to call herbal gardening. The economic importance of herbal gardening is enormous. You understand? That's where you can even be making, and people will be working for you, and you'll be making exports. So that proof, I want to put it to you. Why I'm interested in herb, I'm not a herbalist. The money, I'm a lawyer. I'm a public servant. I'm an information expert. The money I was taken to train to school is a herbalist. My father is a herbalist. So I am doing something that is off. I know herbs that you can use to cure a madman. You understand?
Yes.
But what I want to say as an expert, as an authority, you should try to make sure that that bill is really fertilized and passed. Even though the herbalists themselves, because I said today, Obasanjo did well for herbalists. That was his Obasanjo made the creation of Federal Ministry of Agency of FACOM. It's a department that is not producing anything. FEDCAM. You understand? He made it that they will all form an agency, form together. But when the herbalists go to meeting, they will be fighting themselves.
I'm aware of everything.
They are fighting themselves. Obasanjo made that they will now form what we call traditional medicine board.
Yes, in every state.
In every state. If you go around now in the state, they are not even existing. Anything. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Until you said when that bill was when Obasanjo did that was when Unijos now have a department
Center of Excellence.
Yes, now have a department of even traditional medicine. Yes, and what does that do? If the bill, what we were giving to herbal practitioners is, if you now get to hospital, say FMC, you have a doctor that is in charge of herbal. Like my sister was saying something. If an autonomous medicine don't know what is happening to them, you refer to the traditional medicine.
Many countries are doing
and that is it. Prof, I challenge you, sir. Raise that up. And that when it is only when that thing is done that all these things will not get, and Nigeria will be getting economy that we are losing about. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. Any other question? Okay, we have 3 hands. Sorry, sir. We have 3 hands up. So we have to make as fast as we can. So we can move to the next lecture because time is fast. Yes, the first one, the third one for the day. Yes, I see you.
You alluded to it. You said you eat twice a day. So I want to ask, is there any benefit in terms of health of fasting? Because eating twice a day, ordinarily we are supposed to eat 3 times a day. But you are saying that you are eating 2 times a day. So should we also do without food at times?
Men and food. Men and food.
Wait, I want to answer a question. My brother, who asked you to eat 3 times a day?
Well, I said that's what we are made.
Who instructed?
My parents gave me.
Who instructed? Who gave that instruction? Say it was eat 3 times a day. Why can't you eat once a day? It's better than 3 times a day. That's 3 not be square now. That's 3 not square. 3 not be even square. 3 not triangle. Yeah, but you just accepted, you not really ask the questions.
This project. I said I've been listening to us. I said
she's a consultant.
A consultant family physician. So I'm a medical doctor, conventional doctor. Yes, but I just want to talk about fasting. Fasting is what, the truth is, most of these things, their research is going on, and some of them are not confirmed. But fasting is one of the most confirmed by research ways of longevity. It is one of the most confirmed by research, clinical trials. So it is one easy way to elongate your life. And in fact, prolonged fasting helps. Not the dry fasting though, hydrate yourself. Because what happens is this, when you fast, after a while, the body goes into what we call autophagy. It begins to eat up sick cells and begin to regenerate new cells. So if there's anything you can do for yourself, is you regularly fast. Even if it's not for, yes, I know the religions have fasting and all of that. But
3 days in a month.
yeah, so even if you don't want to do it for the sake of religious, for your health, so then if you now have religious prayer as part of it, you now combine it as both for your health. So please, fasting is very important. And then restricting calories in the night is very important, because what happens is during the day your body produces a lot of substances. So just like the one that cooks food in the kitchen, and in the night your body is supposed to start mopping up those things. When you start giving it food, it begins to do digestion and leave the toxins and things. So it's important that we fast from them and we also restrict calories.
Thank you very much.
Let me add some value to it. I told you, as I said, if you finish it for the night, 6, you start to work 5 to 6, right? And I don't know how people see it. People can differ. Yeah. I've seen churches that start fasting at 3:30 in the afternoon. Am I correct? There are different definitions of fasting. But if you are doing spiritual fasting, a different form, it's still fasting. Do you understand something? So the way I do my own is that I finish eating at 6. I don't put anything in my mouth as food. And I won't eat until about 12. Just do that deliberately. Do you understand something? Allow my body system to. So if you are disciplined enough, you can do it. You don't need to stress yourself. Another thing that we didn't have time for is the power of sleep. Because you mentioned something, so I quickly remember that there's a time in the night your body will start, fixing itself. What is wonderful? Don't sleep, honestly. When you are sleeping, not doing anything, your body will start fixing itself. I see what God was doing when man sleep and bring up, the soul of the So, the power of sleep. And there are 4 stages of sleep. Many of us stop at stage 3. But that's stage 4, and get into it. Yeah? You find that you just live everything naturally. Because your body will start correcting itself. And the same thing is when you fast. You have about the same effect. Your body will get to the point to start regenerating itself. Is that okay? So these are all lifestyles that we can put ourselves on.
Thank you very much, sir. So I think it will be necessary to have a number without paying consultation fee, because we have you on ground already.
It's at the end of this lecture. So when I'm done tomorrow morning, you can get my number and my email.
For further information. Thank you very much, sir. Men are not here now. They don't catch me for food matter. All right, ma, please make it fast, please.
Thank you so much, sir. I understood the simple. When you were teaching, you said something about ginger. And you said ginger was used to have different from the one that have before. I want to know what happens to the ginger. You said Nigeria used to have the best ginger.
Yeah.
It's no longer like that. So what happens to the ginger? And the one we have now, is it still efficacious?
You know the funny part of it? I went to the market and the woman understands too. He said this one and this one and the real one. The price is almost twice. But I don't find that. I hope she's going to mix it up. Because we have 2 types of ginger in Nigeria. We have the white ginger, and then we have that one when you get the square. That one when the white, the ginger beds. That's the problem, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. And again, just to in addition, sir, I don't know, because I've been using it, sir. Sir,
And then, sorry, they are already growing it now, tissue culture. They are growing it because I went to the lab in Abuja. So they can give you the saving, but go ginger. but will they allow it to survive? Because they don't want us to grow ginger in Nigeria.
Sir, I also did an experiment on myself using ginger for treatment of sore throat.
Yes.
I treat and at least I had a very severe pain, sore throat. Then I took it. By the next day, it's gone. It's gone. So, ginger they treat sore throat.
I tried it for cough.
But you know what I was saying? I said we're supposed to add ginger or inside our cough syrup.
Inside you are.
But now they add them.
Someone said it, thank you very much. And what I want to ask, like this eating by 6 p.m. or 6 baby time so much. What of many people sometimes overshare? Maybe where we want so much. Most times you can eat 8, even 7, 8 capacity. So how do we want? Ask by time, that's 10.
Yeah, you are punishing yourself.
And another one I want to ask.
If it's past time, you can't eat that is, you will not pick it. Eat vegetables. You understand? Make vegetable sauce. Yeah? With tomatoes, pepper, small fish. Yeah? Just not chop am with yam. Just eat it like food. Not talk say no go move belle. Just eat am, sleep. You don't go die.
Okay, another one, what of when eating? Is it good to be drinking water? Or must it be after eating? Must it be? Because me, I cannot stay with that. I must like to stay with it every eating.
Praise God. There are too many things on the internet that don't put light on them. I beg you. Why this story day? Which I try to practice that. I didn't choke. I didn't choke. You want that if you are doing one kind of, if you are maybe your weight should not be like your head. You are doing your weight of you can drink water. Drink plenty of water. Say about 30 minutes before it. You don't have that appetite to eat too much. Do you understand? So that's also a way of reducing the amount of and all the other things that so, do you understand? For God's sake, don't choke yourself because they are saying, do you understand? They are saying, I asked the same question. Is it not the same stomach? If you drink water after or before, right? Not the stomach gets compacted. Look at compartment. That side. The Japanese, for instance, they have their own way of life. They don't drink water when they are eating. They drink tea. They drink tea instead of water. And just like in some part of Europe, they drink wine. Water is not their thing. You understand what I'm saying? They drink wine. So, but here, we don't get plenty money to buy all this water. I bet you drink water. Well, when they chop better food now, pepper catch you for road. What do you talk? They say, what do they say? Allow your, be comforted, that's the word I'm looking at. Be comforted with what you are doing, but be moderate in all you are doing. Be moderate in all you are doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that has brought us to the end of today's question. That has brought us to the end of today's question and answer. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll continue. This program again is still on. It's a 2-day program. So, have you been learning something?
Yes.
Are you sure you've been learning something?
Yes.
So please don't miss out tomorrow. Come very early because this place will be very huge. Because if you come tomorrow, you come late, you go there outside. You don't go feel here. So when I come early tomorrow, but yeah. So we are going to be listening to yet another speaker that is going to be enlightening us on the need for food as medicine, herbs and spices for healthy living. Okay, please help me make welcome Mr. Godwin Ukavo as he comes up to the lecture. Please, if your hands are not tied, please can you help me clap for him? Keep clapping until he gets here. Keep clapping until he gets here. Can you please keep clapping until I hand over the microphone to him? You are not clapping. Thank you. Thank you very much.
40 minutes, sir. 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
I'll make it.
Sir, 40 minutes.
I'll make it 20.
Thank you very much, sir.
I mean, you can't speak after your prof has spoken.
Okay.
But mine is just like, my own is a testimonial. It's a testimonial type of lecture. I share from practical experience of what prof has described. For yesterday when we were talking, I was so blessed. I said, this time I'm going to do something. He said, let me tell you my takeaway from what he said. I'm going to have a herbal garden where we practice all these things. You understand me? I'm alive today and I'm standing today because I began to practice what he has said and what he has said today. And that had been over 20 years. In my 40s, in my 50s. You understand? So even to my sin, in fact, my life really began when I turned 60. That was when I entered into digital research and all these things. So everything he has said today is what I have to say, and I will repeat them. But the introduction is this. My slide, and you are still backward in technology here. I live in Lagos. In Lagos, I just need to set my slide, and it will be picked up from there. I've gone to churches to present, and after making I have 8 slides. But I will talk about, I will re-emphasize what he has told us today. That food is medicine. You actually quoted the core. When I began my research seriously, I came across this the Hippocrates, the man that is a father of modern medicine, he lived before Christ. This man said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine your food, before Christ was born. So if you are taking pro seriously, I take it more seriously because I think this is what I was with. I mean, right now I have the boldness to be anywhere to present because I can quote him. I quote him, and most people when they Google, because where we are, eventually I mentioned Prophet, they Google and they discover that they have up to 400 published work, so they keep quiet. Now, the traditional medicine board is more active in Lagos. And I pray that one day to be active everywhere. 10 years' time, there may not be much of conventional medicine. With what he has done and what I know today. Now, Edison, Thomas Edison, the man that said that is reputed to have invented the electric bulb. Let me share with you what he said in 1903. He says the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. And Prof said he is into preventing diseases. In fact, yesterday he said that even people that are depressed or have psychotic problems, that they don't need medicine, they need talking to. Your mindset, your mentality is what keeps you alive or what keeps you. Personally, when my problem began, I had every sign of having a stroke. I have every sign of dying suddenly. I have every sign. My hands were tender, I tried. Look, I mean, I can stand now for 4 hours. And people actually see me, and when I talk, and they want to argue, I tell them my story. My story was that of, I began to eat. In fact, we stripped our soup off, because I went with my wife. A pastor in Lagos organized a health seminar like this, and he told us his own testimony how his street is full of meat. Red meat. Serious red meat. Not that you shouldn't eat it though. But his street is full of that. Street is full of maggi, all the spices that can make this glutamate something, monosaccharide, monosodium glutamate, you know. And in 6 months' time, the type of sickness he had that the Americans wanted to experiment by splitting his skull. I mean, they couldn't diagnose what was wrong with him. But he was dying. In Lut, where he studied, they put him, he was naked and they finished. By the time he said, God let him. And see, if you notice this place, it's like a ministry. Because the passion of Dr. Akokene to bring this thing. And imagine, by the time when he said, you can, okay, thank God we went to the same school. You can bring Professor Itu to Lagos. I met him first of all in Abuja. Food was what healed me. And I can tell you for over 18 years, I've not treated malaria. So you hear profs talking about ginger, talking about bitter leaf, talking about, it's not story. This is what I practice. Now let me share just one slide with us before I'm introducing it. Maybe by tomorrow I may have chance. That is talking about why natural foods heal. He talked today about natural food. And see, natural food heal because of what they contain. They contain vitamins, they contain antioxidants, and they contain fiber. Now, first of all, the food we're talking about is the foundation of life. I prepared the story of a child. You know when children are born, the first day, they look for breast. Who taught them? Who taught them? It's foundational. It is inbuilt. When that child starts sucking, I have my eldest sister. I remember the first time I had a baby. That baby sucked her, or she had sore in her nipple because she didn't know how to remove the baby's mouth. The baby was stuck to the breast, and if you remove that breast, the baby will start crying, and it's 2 days old. So when we say food is the foundation of our lives, it means you must determine what enters your body. Now, natural food contains minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. Now, let me start from the last one is fiber. Fiber is not that the body doesn't digest, but it's like a sweeper. It goes in there to ensure that nothing prevents digestion, nothing prevents absorption. You understand me? Then antioxidants. See, I'm sorry to say this. Some of the food we eat, like I illustrate the small chops we ate. Did you see small chops? I mean the younger ones will like it. But I ate it because I needed to put something in my body. But if I'm to choose, I will never touch it. I won't touch it. Especially the one that has meat, satis, or I think it is customized. You know, some people make their own, but the normal one they make and sell outside, the amount of sodium there is so much. You understand me? So salt, yes. So if you do not check what enters your mouth, you are likely to be in trouble. I can't repeat all what he has said, but I want to say this part that says, take a child. When that child starts sucking, is in a hurry. First of all, to get the cholesterol from the breast, is in a hurry to suck the best part so that they can go to the cells and wage war. In case of You have a lot of free radicals. Some of the things we eat, we actually eat free radicals. We eat it. Now, free radicals have been described as area boys, troublemakers. They set fire everywhere. They make trouble. They trouble your cells. They are always fighting. But if the antioxidant we have from our food, our fresh foods, are also policemen in your body, and they go and arrest those ones. That's the layman's way to say it. So if you are not eating natural food, you are eating antioxidants. You are eating free radicals, which will trouble the cell until you fall sick. And that's what, if you understand, he has the science. And if you understand science, that is what he's telling us. Including the so-called prostrate. I first screened for prostrate over 20 years ago, in my 50s. So when I say my 50s, you can calculate and see that I'm following Mama. But by the time I get to mass age, I will still be like this. It's because Mama is a woman. She has given birth. She has labored. That's why Mama is as strong as she is. But I'll be stronger like that. Not because I'm a man. Do you understand me? When I tested for prostate about 20 years ago, I had benign. But it was complicated because I didn't start on time. So right now, I tell boys of 20 to start. Because their lifestyle is already destroying them. I'm introducing my own today so that we can. But Prof has, in fact, the foundation has laid. I will go home to establish a hazard fund. I'm going to work on that. And they get loan. And I tell my children to contribute money. I can go there and build a camp house and live there. Do you understand me? So nature has everything, like I said. If you adopt nature's way, nature will protect you. I've been protected by nature for more than those years. Imagine. So they asked me to come back again. I tested my face, like he said, taste it. Right now, I send children of 18 to that with their PSA. Why? Because when I test them, they have no sperm count, 18. I tested a girl, I went to a church to minister, and the girl said the doctor 17 years old, and they told her to go and remove her breast because she has lump. Do you know her diet? Cookies, bread, sweets of assorted, and she was on camera. So I was wondering. So when she came, I looked at her. How old are you? She said 17. So I said, test her. And when I saw it, I said, you have fibroadenoma of breast. You understand? So it's lump. She said, yes, sir. But the doctor had diagnosed that she should remove her breast. Right now, she's on diet, sir. And her pastor said she's doing very well. Before she was addicted to Coca-Cola. And these Coca-Cola, see, they release free radicals into the body. We are talking about what keeps you alive is your cells. So, natural food have substances, vitamins, compounds that go to your cells. That is why when we start treating people with a herbal medicine, thank God for herbal medicine. I'm looking forward to when he's retired and set up his own herbal pharmaceuticals. Because what I see in our own, the company I use their medicine, everything is standardized. NAFDAC approved. So if you say you don't have dosage, come, I will teach you, I will give you medicine. But we treat you, we start treatment for 90 days. And some people will come, what you gave me was fake. It's not working. I said, don't worry. Patient. It goes to the cell. It leaves all the, you have the pain, you have everything, because it's not looking for the symptom to cure. It's going to the cells. So because it's going to the cells, it will be coming from there. You see what Dr. Kokene said? The thing started closing 5 years for injury to close. That is also the way nature cures cancer. Let me give you this statement before I will stop. I think 30 minutes is done, or 20 minutes. Now, about 12 years ago, a man came to our community, and the doctor said, we can't even operate him because the prostate cancer has spread to his spinal cord, to his, you understand? So, I told him what to be doing. Moringa, soursop, this, that. And the man is still alive now. 12 years ago. And is stronger than that time. Now, it doesn't mean the cancer has gone, no. But the cancer is being contained. Cancer itself can take up to 20 years to develop. Cancer is not a sudden sickness. So even death is not there's nothing like sudden death. There is nothing like an attack. You just had a stroke. Stroke starts. There are stroke signs. When the viscosity of your blood is high, your blood is thick. You know, you understand me? Like doctor said that you shouldn't take too much of garlic. It's a blood thinner, natural blood thinner. So we teach you how to take it. You will take your blood, you have better blood flow. In fact, if your circulatory system is okay, most of the time, your doctor will be happy. But do you understand what I'm saying? So natural food has medicinal substances that heal your body, but it does it gradually. So for instance, if you start eating cucumber right now, eating garlic, eating carrots, eating coconut, join them together, blend them, and you join with lemon. It will gradually, it may take you 6 months, but by the time you come out of that, you'll be fine. You understand me? I am healthier now than when I was 35 years old. I'm telling you, I was digging my grave with fork and spoon. I was loaded with processed food, carbonated drinks, artificial. I changed my diet in the house, eating processed food. And what was that? By the time I was 40, I became sickly. And that's the testimony I have in my book. So then I just repeat it, but if I want to finish. So take this seminar seriously, because when you live here, you like me, remove every processed chemical additives. Look, we talked about Kiru, Lucas beans is very powerful. Somebody was in my sister saying, but the thing smells. I said, it is because of the medicinal thing inside that is smelling. Use it to let your food. By the way, if you are 40, why are you still eating sweet things like babies? So this is where I will stop. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you very much, sir.
Tomorrow is another day.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please can we give it up to me? Please give it up to me, please. Now let's say, sir, please come.
Yes.
On what topic did you just lecture us on?
Yes.
On what topic did you just introduce today?
Food as
medicine.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, now this is the book. On food as medicine.
That's my testimonial.
Food as medicine. Okay. Food as medicine, herbs and spices for earth. And I'll add for healthy living. Okay? So this is the book. Eating to live and not to die. Can we all say it? Eating to live and not to die. So we are the one that either will keep ourselves alive or to make us go on time. So everything, the Lord is in our court. So we have really learned a lot today. So while we are still waiting for the convener to arrive, this is an open check. So if you have any question that is still bothering you before tomorrow, so let's need to be buying time until the convener comes in for the next item before we say our goodbyes from here. Are we getting bored already? Are we enjoying the session? Do you feel like going home? Abi? You are not kidding us. We are enjoying. Abi, we are learning shit. We are learning. And it's worth it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Leave me there. Leave me there. Is it worth it? Have you learned a lot today? Okay. So your coming today is going to be great, right? Okay. So your question is going to be okay.
Sorry, Mr. Okafor, pardon my ignorance. You said we should be eating natural. Please, can you give us instances of natural or the unnatural?
So what do you have? What do you have with food? So what do you have with food? In a name.
Food is expensive.
You say there are some food that I say you should stop shouting down on stuff. It's not eating pandemic. It's not
natural.
So please hear his question.
Prof has already he has given us a list of natural foods. It is not only when your stomach is full that it was called food. Watermelon is food.
Yeah, but I'm diabetic, so I can't take watermelon.
Who says?
That's what I'm
Pineapple. Do you take pineapple?
No, I can't touch it.
Doctor told you you can't touch it, but that is what eats you. Can you bet on it? Pineapple, you know pineapple? Pineapple. If you boil pineapple back, in fact, eat the meat of pineapple, 4 months, go and check your blood sugar. There is what is known as high glycemic index food and low glycemic index food. Do you eat sweet potato?
Yes, I do.
Do you? Do you know the reason? Is it not sweet? You are asked. Okay, the one you are, okay, he told us something very important. Please, don't take everything you see in the internet. Get accurate knowledge. Ask questions. Like now you have Prof, you have Z, you have Dr. Tina and Dr. Ask questions. You have doctors. Ask questions. Don't take, look, you know when a woman gives birth, you will buy a carton of medicines. This madam will come and say, buy a bomoro. This one will say, buy this. She will be buy. Stick to one. Stick to one. A sweet potato is not bad for your health. Why? Because when you eat it, does not enter your bloodstream at once. It's gradually. That is how pineapple is. Pineapple is very sweet, but it's very healthy food. Yes. You are very good at boil the back, wash it, boil it, and you drink it. Eat it. My nutritional lecturer told us, in fact, we were shocked. Well, we have, they will tell her, pineapple, if you are diabetic, don't eat pineapple. And I thought it. Until the man came and was lecturing, he said, okay, we should bet on it. They have tell diabetics to eat it for 90 days and test their blood sugar. Sometimes you start treating someone with natural something, the thing will spike. It's the kind of detox. It can be detox. And like the doctor said here about fasting. Fasting is also detox. But you may not know. If you go to hospital, let me tell you something. Maybe I have not observed it. Serious sickness, they start giving you drips. You know, it's not so. And that, during that time, do you eat? They will not allow you to eat until you shed those nonsense weight. You know, you can be bedridden and be passing urine and it's colored and things are going. Then When you get home after you recover, do you add on weight? You don't add on weight. So obesity is also a symptom of sickness. Watch it. Nature, if you are natural, if you are a natural person, you won't add on weight. Like what weight do I need? My son is larger than me. But I talk to him, I say, oh boy, in my family we have tendency to have big women. When I get home, then I wonder, this man is seeing money to food. But I learned my lesson and I shouldn't die. That's all. Because I was forcing the understanding with unnatural food. Unnatural food is processed food. Instead of semo, the sugar there is too much. Instead of semo, why not eat amala? Why not eat our fufu fermented? Fufu is different now in the city, but our fufu here, the real one, people say it smells. That's what gives you life. Is it the smell you want or their life? Today I'm not looking for what is sweet. In fact, I'm looking for what is bitter. Like our colon cleanser is bitter. But that will save your life. It has saved people's lives. And I've seen it. It has even helped people that were about to enter stroke and the thing removed them from that level. Because you have aloe vera, you have ginger, you have garlic, and another herb that makes your blood start flowing immediately, and then your blood vessel relaxes. And you won't go on stroke again. So you understand, natural foods are food that give you life. Unnatural ones take away. Like now, when I get to Lagos, I'm going to detox myself for small chops. Prof, no go touch you when I do.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, have you understood what you just said now? Or you still need to, you need them to see especially. Sir, I really think he wants you to give him examples of food, apart from the fruit. Ginger, fruit. He's not seeing, hold on, he's the head, he's not seeing it as, he needs solid something.
Wait. They are talking about wheat. Is wheat not harmful?
Very harmful. Okay, you are the person that has arthritis. Prof will see you, and we can also see you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes. Now, in lifestyle medicine, we say whole food. Natural food means food that is close to the way it is in nature. Now, if you pick, for example, now we do gari, we do food, right? Pap and all of that. But if you take the cassava, it's actually healthier than the fufu. Because it's closer to how it is in nature than the fufu. Now, if you take the one that they remove the chaff, that they washed and remove that chaff, the one with the chaff is healthier than the one you remove the chaff. The fiber you've taken away. So the principle is whole food as close to nature as it is. So if you take like orange, you have the orange fruits, right? Then you have the orange juice. You know, if it's the orange, you took and need the juice. You know, you have the one they call smoothie, the ball, the tube, yes. So, but the orange, eating orange is better than the smoothie. And the smoothie is better than the orange juice. I'm talking about fresh now.
The word is eating. You eat orange, you don't suck orange.
You don't exactly eating orange. Eat it the way it is.
Everything.
That's where the fiber is.
Oh, you understand?
So you don't suck.
You eat it. That is it.
You don't eat the seed.
Even the back.
Okay, sir. He said even the seed. He said you can chew it. That is not wrong.
You are eating.
They say you eat, you don't suck.
It was something that was said tomorrow. One of the things that has been found to be related to.
Doc, sorry, somebody said, what about the back? That is a great part of your orange.
And you can dry that. You can dry that. Because dry it because of the
back.
You can dry it. But let me do something. What they now found is that ancestral diets is one of the deviation that we are going from ancestral diet is one of the problems we are having.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, if you look at ancestral diet, in the time past, even it was found that it was later that they started grinding. Grinding came in.
It was pounding.
Yeah, so that pounding is better than the grinding. The closer the food is to how it comes from the soil, the better it is. So you try to be as close as possible. So instead of you doing something, like you pick up spaghetti, it's very far from natural. It's like it's wheat, right? But it doesn't look like wheat at all. You understand? So that's the idea. You're picking up whatever you're saying. How does it look like what it came out from? The high it came in nature. So the farther it is, the more dangerous it is. So the closer it is, that's what you call natural food. Exactly. If you want to look at from that, if you buy corn and boil and chew, right? It's definitely better than drinking pap. But pap is better because pap is fermented. What we now teach is this: pap, don't even see if it's possible. I'm not able to do it personally, but it's better than pap drinks. Do you understand?
Yes. When you grind your pap, don't sieve it.
It's not hard.
No, I'm she just taught me there because we make good. For me, just for me and my wife, the children don't like it. They will say it's rough, but that's the best.
Which one is that?
When you grind the corn, either guinea corn, any of the different, guinea corn is the best because some other corn has high sugar. I mean, for diabetic people, please drink guinea corn pap.
Okay, guinea corn pap is
yes,
better.
Yes, it's better. Fermented for 3 days.
Fermented?
2 hours.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, I also think, sir, I think rounded millet that you bought from the market and by yourself is better than the packet you want to.
Okay, so
it's also be good for you.
Okay, I'm talking about the
It's about how do you handle ulcer? How do you handle excess gas? Using nature.
You told me the pool head for a head.
We talked about
Sir, have you your person has been okay tomorrow? Because you came late, sir. You have enjoyed. You have enjoyed. Don't come late tomorrow, sir. Tomorrow is another day. Just be very ready so that you pick at least. Just yes. All right. Our convener is here, so we have to proceed. There is the last item on the program that we are about to run up with now. So that we'll now call it a day and get ready for tomorrow. So I hereby make welcome my colleague to pick it up from here.
I'm gonna be a student because I've been enjoying everything. Thank you so much, sirs, for all the lecture, for explaining to us in details. I see so many people asking questions. We're not going to ask the question finish. So please, after this event, you can go meet them one-on-one and then ask deeper questions that you don't want anybody to hear. And that's what we have private questions. Okay, so now it's time for the unveiling of the book. She has talked about the book, yes. Or how to officially unveil the book. And unveiling this book doesn't mean that you just come and look at the book, spy the book, you go and sit down. No. You have to look at the book and pick a copy. For the 3 persons that are going in, you have to pick a copy. That's smiling.
Okay, so I'm going to let okay, so I'm going to let Dr. Anthony Akokene just say something brief, very brief about the book. We know that the author of the book have actually said something about the book, but I'll also like Dr. Akokene to say something, just very little, sir, very, very brief about the book, and then we officially open the book. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have told you my story in the morning. I tried to summarize it. And I said it was Professor Edu and Otapo that helped me survive my spinal cord injury crisis. If not, I would not go heaven. I know I'm not going to go heaven. So, after going through all that challenge and the way he managed me, I said, this is my story, and this kind of regimen, herbal regimen and treatment process cannot just go like that. We don't document something in a book. So these are some of the things I had to do to regain my health. And I didn't want to write any book. I said, you must write a book, and you be the person who take me through this thing. So he came up with this book, and I tell you, I'm not just trying to say, sell a book, but this is a book that will really, really help your life, help your health life, transform your life, and make you a better person, health-wise. So this is the book. The title is Eating to Live and Not to Die. Discover how to optimize your health by eating foods that heal your body and keep you well. You not just eat anything. So that's the book, and we have unveiled it now, not big ceremony, to support the ministry of our brother Okafor. We want to launch this book, so you can launch it with any amount. The cost of the book is 10,000 naira. I went to Lagos to print it, and I spent over, you will take 1.6 billion to print just 500 copies. You can do the maths. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's available for purchase and for launching and for purchase. So let's go. So who is the first to launch the book? I will not say.
For standing